want to talk to you about the relationship between money and peace. Because I've heard people say, it's not about money, it's about peace, and it's about joy, and it's about love. It's about money. It's about money. It's about money.
You took my heart right out of me and tore it in a million pieces. You took my heart.
Man, I don't give a fuck, I wanna hear nothing. Y'all niggas, man.
I'll never be the same.
What the fuck is you looking at?
Now killing won't be hard for me.
Oh, you tough? Oh, you a tough nigga.
Cause I can't feel a thing.
Go get my strap, son, get the strap. Sunday morning, preaching in the pulpit. Kiss my nana, I can't listen to this bullshit. It's all good till he asks for an offering. All we got is pain, so that's all I can offer him. My mama cold, she brought me in this cold world and left me what I got to protect me. Oh, I got a 9, yeah, I got a 9. And all this ambition, bitch, I'm on the grind. Sky's the limit, 2 for 5's the gimmick. You line something up, I tie something up. Then run up out that crib with that money, nigga, what? School of hard knocks, I'm ahead of my class. With no hesitation, put a hole in your ass. You know it's never my fault when I fuck up. I knock your ass out to wake you the fuck up. Brass knuckles in my knife, now tell me what's up, what's your name?
You took my heart from me.
So you know I don't like these suck ass niggas anyway.
I'll never be the same.
I'm telling you, these niggas think we soft, son.
Now killing won't be hard for me.
You see what I'm telling you? They think it's sweet, son.
Cause I can't feel a thing.
Fuck it, give me the strap, son. I made it to a half a man, shit, I thought I made it. Hood bitches on a nigga, yeah, all on a nigga, yeah. Then D's hit the door with the batarang. Rushing in, I'm standing by the toilet, this broke. Trying to flush the shit, busy was my nigga. Started fucking with that crack and shit. Beat me out my money, nigga, ran off with my Mac key. Damn, I was down, he kicked me when I'm down. When I think about the shit, it fuck my head up right now. You know the same niggas that got me shot, killed your brother. And you ain't never did shit about that motherfucker. When niggas was beefing with you, I shot that park up. Now I'm thinking about the occasions, my gun blazing. You got me feeling like a sucker, B.
You took my heart from me.
Son, I don't give a fuck, so we can go back right now.
I'll never be the same.
Niggas gonna try to front on me and be right there?
Now killing won't be hard for me.
Nah, I'm putting them niggas on house arrest.
Cause I can't feel a thing.
I'ma go then I'ma go back. Fuck that. I'ma stay on them niggas till they can feel me breathing on them. You look at these fake ass niggas and think that they say some fake shit in the music, that the shit I be saying ain't real. All you gotta do is ask niggas. They tell you about me. They don't say 50 though, they say boo boo. Find out if I let it go. Man, turn this shit off.
Look at what they did to me, they burned me, they turned me into an animal, they flipped, son, they burned me. To the first degree, me, son, they hurt me. I looked out for the motherfuckers, they burned me. I was good, now I'm bad, see, they done turned me into a monster, I can't believe they burned me. I showed them love, they showed me hate, they burned me. Now I'm heartless, your pain don't concern me.
I got so many enemies, so many memories, so many flashbacks. We used to be friends, sugar turn and shit. People just change, they keep pushing a nigga till the hammer go bang. You violate our will, let that motherfucker rain. Feels like money came and more money came, and niggas start foaming out the mouth, growing fangs now. When did I become the savior of the hood? Look, homie, you don't know me, I wouldn't save you if I could. I sacrifice for suckers and they change me. I'm angry, they selfish, all they want is what they want, so they blame me. Like it's all my fault, they ain't caked up. You a grown ass man, damn, when you gon' wake up? Turn 7 to 14, 14 to 28, I owe to 62. Nigga, get up your weight, learn how to duck the jake, stack the paper, then you straight. I try to help a nigga eat, man, it's hard out on the street, cause I'm kinda think I'm weak. They burn me. They see the way I grind and they like the way I shine. They want paper like mine. They burn me. Man, they be on some shit when they tryna hit a lick. Man, a motherfucker flip. So they burn me. You think they won't trip cause you helped them from the rip? They ain't loyal to shit. She call the cops on me cause I don't love her like I used to. Tried to fix what was wrong. Guess it hurts cause I'm gone. My son, he love me, but she trying to poison his mind. Acting like everything they got ain't come from my grind. I say a prayer for her like, God, please change your heart. All this hatred at one time is tearing me apart. Man, I ain't looking for trouble, I'm looking for blessings. But ever since the money came, me, I've been stressing. Got my ass kicked for being kind, I can't trust nobody. The closer they get to me, the more they take from me. Man, I'm giving all I got to give. I'm trying to live, they look at me, their eyes got dollar signs. They want the kid to give it all up, fall apart, break down. I ain't got much left, what they want take now. My life, I got so much more to offer. I'ma make them watch me be #1 till I'm done. Yeah, I try to help a nigga eat. Man, it's hard out on the street, cause I'm kinda think I'm weak. They burn me. They see the way I grind and they like the way I shine. They want paper like mine. They burn me. Man, they be on some shit when they tryna hit a lick. Man, a motherfucker flip. So they burn me. You think they won't trip, cause you helped them from the rip.
Slack that Q was running. That conversation, he has access to that if he wants it.
Right.
Okay. So that was like the crux of it was that, you know, you would be filmed like having sex with both of them, et cetera, and then I would film. Okay.
Right. And I mean, this is Marina's idea, right?
Yeah.
And you asked Violet on her behalf, or their behalf.
Yes. What the fuck ever. But yeah, on their behalf, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, now, one of the things that's like, that kills me about that is, okay, hold on. One of the things that kills me about that, right, is that if you look here, okay, Marina will tell you like all types of wild shit about this, that, and they'll tell you all types of wild shit about this and the other. But this was how they were tweeting before the shit happened. Okay, so
that was what's the date on that? February 13th.
February 13th, 2022.
Like 3 weeks before it happened.
Yeah. So what is most interesting about this right here is that the idea that that she didn't want to be a participant in such an activity. B, that I in any way, shape, or form, or you manipulated her, forced her. Nobody forced her to tweet that shit right there.
Nobody asked. Yeah, that was a surprise.
Fuck no.
I believe Violet did something similar, but I don't.
Yeah, it was, but I do not remember.
Mm-hmm.
But like the notion and the idea that she was manipulated or any of that shit, oh hell, that is just a straight up lie. Because then I'm gonna need some explanation as to what the fuck this is right here. This right here shows you what type of conversations were taking place before this happened. You know, there's just no denying that. You know, absolutely no denying that. You know, go ahead now, Scarlett.
Go ahead with what?
Oh, okay, if you had anything, sorry, I don't mean to, you know. Now, hold on, I'm going to open up the, no, I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to pull up, so I have something to work off of the first info doc. Alrighty. Is that number one? Okay.
Well, I mean, first, I just want to say, you know, we had an article go up on Destructoid, and it just kind of came down for no reason. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is another website that's hosting the article too that we could link people to. Yeah.
If you want, if you want to pull a link, I can pull it. Huh?
I have it. So.
You got it. Go ahead and post it. Fuck it. There you go. Okay, so
written on our behalf by Foxy. Foxy came to the hotel the day after things happened, because I guess we kind of need to discuss the details. But the next day after she came by, we talked to her in person, and so she's very familiar with what happened and was willing to write this on our behalf, which goes over everything that happened for the most part, as well as just a lot of ridiculous things that we were told.
Yep. So yeah, I'm going to continue in chronological order. You know, so what ended up happening is that like we had like I came up with like a storyboard. I actually sketched one out, but I never showed them. But I did type out what it would be that would what it is that would happen.
Right.
And there was no issue with any of that whatsoever. You know, like there was no like, there's no pushback. There's no this and that and the other. It's like, okay, yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
okay, yeah, that's fine.
Marina especially, you know, was enthusiastic about it.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go in there and see if there's anything I can pull up like immediately. So I'll give, let's see, how much is this one? No. I'm going to give, this is going to come back up later. Okay, this will come back up later, but I'm gonna give an example of the type of wild shit that the type of way that Marina will like twist shit around. So when Marina and her now ex, okay, like they were like having issues, whatever. And in support of Marina, I had told her, hold on, let me go ahead and pull this up. This is just an example of what I'm talking about. So I had told her, that I was gonna, that I was like, yo, we should get, I said,
you shouldn't open the pics like that. It's really hard to see them. You gotta open
Oh, it is?
individually.
What's the best way to open it? Hold that.
Open the pic up and then like have just the picture. So,
oh yeah? Okay, hold that.
Which one are you trying to open?
I'm trying to open the one that's where it says, you know what? I'm gonna come back to that, and I'll just have you open them from now on, because like I'm not a good picture opener according to you. Anyway, so like essentially like all this stuff was like agreed to beforehand. Now, the thing is okay. Let's get to the date itself. Basically, they're in a polyamorous relationship, so it's not like cheating like that,
No, it still counts as cheating. You can still cheat in a poly relationship, and I mean they weren't telling their partner about what was going on, or actually lying to them about what was going on. So that
are you talking about? Yeah. When it comes to Sam and Stu, we'll get to that. So basically, even though now with the day that we were supposed to leave, Marina was supposed to like come with us, and I had her ticket paid for. I gave her the money, and she never got the ticket. Okay, she never got the ticket. Now, I was always curious about that, but what ended up happening was that on one hand, while she was tweeting all that shit that we had just showed you, she was telling other folks that she was afraid of me, okay, specifically of me, Mm-hmm. Now, remember, Scarlett, we don't have the okay to talk about all the other stuff with the other individual, but I can say, okay, because I haven't spoken to them at all today, mm-hmm. I can say that, like, they were basically talking about, like, oh, yeah, Cole's going to do this, and blah, blah, blah. Like, Marina would openly sext me, like, back and forth. Oh, Doc, thank you. It's okay. It's all right. Thank you. Much appreciated, Doc. Oh, just to let y'all know, we do have a new Hype Train song. If we get a Hype Train, we'll be more than happy to fucking debut it. Anyway, so but basically, like, yeah, like she was like expressing like all this so-called fear and this and that while still sexting me and like fucking talking to me and Scarlett about it as if like everything was cool. Mm-hmm. Like if there was any, it's all this weird shit that she'll tweet about, like about abuse. We'll get to that shit. We will get to that shit. Mm-hmm. All this stuff and this and that and the other, but she never told us none of that. She never expressed any negativity about anything that we were doing. If there was a problem or whatever, all she had to do was say something. That never happened. Right. There's never going to be a conversation that she's going to post that says that she did that, because she just didn't.
Right, and like she did bring up something that bothered her. I mean, they did bring up something that bothered them, and that was immediately addressed, which was, of course, Q getting a little bit weird, just weirding out the other hosts.
Okay, so
I don't know how to put it.
So, and that's gonna play a factor in when she gets in the room too, because that's what we were talking about. So, the issue that she definitely brought up though, and that one was like the elephant in the room that like I had to listen to, because remember that whole week I was telling you like, fuck man, like Lydia's talking to me about it, Marina's talking to me about it, Lydia and Marina talked about it together actually, and it was about Q like. Folks like felt that he was, acting a little, chasery. Is that a word?
That was the word multiple people used.
Yeah. Yeah, and listen, I am not I don't have the authority or nothing to say what's what when that as far as that goes. Like I don't, but I have to you know. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. I saw it in the private chat. I have to like, yield to the people that are saying that. So if, all these queer folks are in my ear about it, then we brought it up, and we know now that he did not take well to having to hear that, but
Right.
that was how you guys felt, so we brought it up.
It seems to essentially have felt like this was an attack from Cole or Cole and I. But it really was like Marina was the one who forced the issue.
She was in our ear. They were in our ear about that, man.
Yeah.
Like they were in our ear about that, and the issue too was, remember, I would show you screenshots like, yo, people are saying that this is like weird and that they leave. So our numbers would go down.
Like,
huh?
Our audience was telling us that.
Yeah, the numbers would go down. Oh man, I remember, because it's like, Q was my best friend, so it's like, it's not that easy to just be, like, and especially, remember, I'm not in the transgender, like, so I don't know, the definition, and I'm like I don't. That was tough, but that was before Sam Cedar would come on. That was like the last meeting we had before we would leave for New York. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're gonna
just to summarize that. Basically, that meeting was Q's being weird. Date night's not good. People don't like it. Go back to what we were doing before.
Yeah.
Also, date night was Q's idea.
Oh God, I hated every minute. I've made it no secret how I did not like having to do that. I used to leave. Like I used to leave as soon as I fucking could, every time, because I hated date night. I absolutely hated it. I made it work. You made it work. We made it work. It was just we don't have the kind of audience to facilitate such a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's what people came to our show for.
No. No. So, all right. So let's go ahead and skip over to. We get there, okay? You and I get there, right?
Yeah, we get there Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night.
Oh, date night. In February we tried to do some sort of date night sort of thing, basically mimicking Q-Bot, because we thought her show was great, and Q thought maybe it'd be fun to do. And I said, yeah, I mean, he approached me about it first, and then I said, yeah, like, let's give it a shot. So I should have said no, but you don't know how these things are gonna play out until they happen. And
no,
it's kind of like, oh yeah, this isn't really working. It's not good for us. But yeah, so that was like right before things went down too, and because it was like February. Yeah, we get there March 3rd.
Yeah,
the Thursday, and then Violet gets there the next day.
Yes.
2 days before the 3rd, Marina tells us that they can't come because they're sick. And Marina does have like a chronic illness.
Yes.
So it was a believable thing to happen, to just get sick. They've gotten sick a lot, or they had gotten sick a lot throughout our show. So we were disappointed that they wouldn't come, but actually, I remember offering to fly them out there anyways, just to hang out. Like,
yeah,
we just wanted to hang out. Like, I mean, it would have been fine if that's all. Like, we just played video games in the hotel. That would have been fine with me.
As you guys are gonna find out. Oh, thank you, Christina. Oh wait, thank you so much appreciated.
Why is it so loud?
So
I turned it down.
Oh God. Oh, I got a text. I'll tell you later. Someone's watching this, and I'm just laughing. It's not anything I can say immediately, but it's hilarious. So basically, as you guys are gonna find out that like, oh shit, who's that? Wait,
Oh, what?
was that you?
I did not hit test. Hit save.
Scarlett,
God,
if you
Streamlabs
don't-
is like, I was saving a lower volume. Streamlabs is a really buggy website.
Yes, I know. Okay, so as you guys are gonna find out, like I said, we was cool with just chilling. Like when I have hung with Scarlett, I've known Scarlett. You know, I've been your friend 3 years. You know, very close to you the last 2. Like when we hang out, like we just be hanging out. You know, like we be doing drugs, chilling, and like playing video games. Like, you know, like we just be relaxing. You know, like she's come. She's come over. You know, like come to our place. Like I just be chilling. You know, and it's just like no one had to do anything but that.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys are gonna find out, I was not the person who fucking instigated what ended up happening. It just was. I did it. You know, I fucking did it. You know. Anyway, all right. So let's just skip over to. Okay, so Violet missed her flight.
But then she gets another one.
Mm-hmm.
Comes a little later. And gets there the next day in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
We picked her up from the train station or whatever. Or no, wait, she flew in.
You got her because she got off at
Right, I bought her an Uber to pick her up.
Yeah.
And bring her to the hotel, and then we met her at the hotel and showed her room. Cole and I were sharing a room. The other room was going to be for her and Marina, so she had it alone. And what?
Because I know what's coming next. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you know, we're discussing like how Marina is not there. Once we get into the hotel room, we're the 3 of us are in there and we're talking and discussing how, you know, since Marina's not here, we're not gonna do the scene. We're not gonna do the collaboration.
Yes.
Because like, you know, this was already discussed beforehand too, but we're just talking about it again. But like, we didn't have the paperwork for one, because since we already knew that Marina wouldn't be there, but also because Violet didn't want to do a scene with me because I didn't have an OnlyFans following of any kind to collaborate and like to share audiences. You know, that's the purpose of like a content swap or whatever. So they weren't interested in that. And so we, you know, she tells us like, yeah, we're not gonna make content, right? But we can still mess around. We can still have fun.
Yeah, she said we. Now, that doesn't mean she meant me, right? But she said we. She said we. Continue.
Well, then Cole makes a joke about how my breasts taste.
Yeah. Because they have a fucking taste.
Well,
it's true.
Everything have a taste.
No. There's a distinct, very bread-like taste to your breath. I don't know how. Listen,
very bread-like.
Bread-like. I don't know what they be doing out in Italy. I don't know how y'all making humans. Okay. But okay, go ahead.
Well, anyways, after he makes that joke, then Violet responds with that to that with like, well, do you want to give mine a taste? And she pulls out her breast and wait,
without pulling out your boob, show how she did that shit.
Like, I don't know, like we don't have to go into every single detail, but this is just like to demonstrate, because this is like we are all sober.
We were all sober. None of us were on anything. Okay.
Yeah, and that was completely unprompted, and it was directed at you, not at me.
She asked me if I wanted to taste her boobs and then pulled it out.
Anyways. So we both fuck on them for a little while. And then we get up and she leaves to go hang out with her friend, who she had already had like talked to beforehand about hanging out. And, you know, she told us before any of that also happened that she was about to leave to go hang out with them. And then we meet up with her later after she's done hanging out with her friend, and we, you know, we have a late like lunch basically, like a pre-dinner.
I walked like 10 blocks from fucking Bushwick to Bed-Stuy to get that goddamn food. I deserve a little bit, Scarlett, I deserve a little bit more appreciation for the things that I do.
Anyways.
And it was free. Listen, it was freezing, and I didn't even get a thank you. That's not true. Continue.
Well, so like then you start setting up for your show, and
Yes.
her and I are just hanging out at Wonderland while you're doing that. Wonderville. I mean,
Wonderland.
yeah, Wonderville until the show's ready, and then we go back to the room right before the show starts. You know, to do a little, and then also like to do the thing with the leash.
Oh, can you pull that video, please?
I mean, no.
Why?
There's no point to showing that.
But it was a cool video.
Yeah, but I feel like we should just stick to the facts
Fine.
here.
So we walked Violet on a leash to the club.
That was a thing that we had all planned and talked about. Was
Yeah.
I brought leashes because like Marina and Violet both were, you know, talking about that, like putting on leash. I mean, doing some pet play basically. But yeah, then Cole has this show, and Violet and I are hanging out like basically all night, dancing and whatnot. And you know, skipping over a lot of details here that I don't think everybody needs to hear. But eventually, like the show ends, and we go back to the hotel. You know, to just hang out after the show. I'm also being careful about what I say on Twitch because it's like I don't want to say, you know, certain things you're not really allowed to talk about in detail.
Okay.
But
so so can you confirm that after the show is over, nobody is sober?
Yeah. After the show is over, no one's sober.
Fuck no. Hell no.
And honestly, out of everyone, probably I'm the least sober. Just putting that out there. I was probably the most fucked up at that point. But yeah. So then we're hanging out in the hotel room with a bunch of other people who came, you know, who were at the show.
It'd be like Jamie, Matt. I think Jake stopped by. Fuck, man. Jorge, I think. I can't remember. I was like way too deep down. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But, and then it was their friend Mercury.
Yeah, Mercury was there.
Yeah.
And you know, after a while, everybody sort of filters out, and it's just Cole, Violet, and I start making out, and then.
Wait, no. You don't skip over that conversation.
Oh, well, okay, so.
Yeah, do not skip over that shit. No.
Well, it's in the article, but yeah, I mean, like.
No, we're talking about that.
So, like, before that, I mean, when we're hanging out, Violet tells us a bunch of really ridiculous and over-the-top things about herself. She has this, like, claim that she's a former car thief she makes on Twitter a lot. And, like, she also brought that up, of course. I mean, she's said it on our show before.
No, don't worry. We have her criminal records. Oh, thank you, Kay. Shout out to my nigga Heavy. Like, oh yeah, basically, like we have her criminal record. You know, so thank you. Yeah, we have the criminal record, so we're gonna show you. No, ain't none of that shit true. Okay, go ahead, Scarlett.
Well, I mean, she tells us that she can't go to Canada because she has 5 felonies. First off, that she was such a good street racer that she rose to the level of only
Thank you, Juliana.
Only finding people who would want to bet car deeds in order to race, which is like some Fast and the Furious shit.
Oh, absolutely. As someone I have been like being from the Bay Area. I'm from Cali, man, and God, if I could just get Casey Parker to come on the goddamn show and agree, like she'll tell you about. There's a viral video of a street race that we are at, you know, like the shit she was telling us. I'm just like, this is insane. I'm like, come on, that couldn't. But I was so fucking high out of my mind that like I just let it go. I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna let that one go. I.e., the same reason. Okay, hold on, I have to go back because the conversation about Q being a chaser is what led to her saying that she thought black men were aggressive. Black men are aggressive, and I was just like, I didn't know what to say. I was just like, I was just like, well, niggas gonna say how they're gonna talk. I like said something like that, but she absolutely within the first like 10 minutes, once I told the story about how like we had to have the meeting and that Q didn't take well to what we said, she did make it. She said explicitly that she felt that black men in particular were aggressive.
Right.
Like you were sitting right next to me.
Yeah.
Oh, also, guys, if we get the hype train, I'll debut the new hype train song that I made. I made like a brand new one. So like, if we get one. So okay. So oh shit, thank you. Oh shit, okay, here we go. All right.
Got a hype train.
Got the hype train song. Our first hype train ever. Here we go.
Pump me up, 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 pump me up. Pump the jam, pump the jam, pump the jam, pump the jam. Pump me up, 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 pump me up. Pump the jam, pump the jam, pump the jam, pump the jam.
That shit go hard. Let us know how y'all feel about that hype train songs. I made that specifically for this show. Now I know what y'all thinking.
There's a lot of points, Giuliano, where I should have ended it.
I know, like, okay, there's like her saying what she said about black men, and I didn't even. You know what? You might be like, okay, well, why didn't you fucking catch on to that? Because she asked me to suck her titty moments later. Like I didn't put two and two together.
It was right before that.
Like what the fuck, man? I'm never trusting a communist with 4 screens in one.
Right.
I've said exactly the same thing.
Right.
I said some shit similar. Okay, so Scarlett, do you want to say what she's then discussed as she's bringing up all the street racing shit? Go ahead.
Well, like then this is like completely unprompted. No one was talking about this kind of thing before too, but then she tells us about how during her car thieving days, like which was with some sort of organized criminal
Thank you,
unit,
Christina. You're just the best.
Unspecified, unnamed gang or something. She said that on some job that something happened that they got fucked up, and like the guy like fucked up bad, like her boss like killed the guy, like executed him, and also because she like fucked up on a minor way, he made her watch, and her punishment was to watch and bury the body, which I mean she's saying she didn't kill the guy, but that's still like accessory to murder. I mean
Listen, Scarlett, now this is where I get to talk about Scarlett. I have shown you my world and where I come from, even in New York,
Yeah.
Like I am around that. I have been around because I grew up in that element, like I grew up around it. I've been around it, it's just, it is what it is, right? You are not going to talk, and I'm talking about, I've known niggas that's mouthy with it, like, that, motherfuckers who really bragging about shit that they've done. But when they do it, it's like usually around, like, you wouldn't do it in that way, especially around people you don't know. Because what you're looking at is go ahead.
I don't know if it was you. I think somebody else brought this up, but it's like, why would you dig a hole to bury a body in Miami?
I mean, that's just right off there. Top, yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's a lot of this doesn't make any sense.
I have been, like I said, I told you, my brother been to federal prison. My uncle was locked up with Danny Trejo in San Quentin. Like it like I've been around this type of shit, you know, and these niggas don't talk like that. Either they don't talk about it, they don't say nothing, let alone confide in a room with people you don't know. She just met us.
That was our first time meeting.
You mean to tell me now? The wildest part about this is that Scarlett, we have her criminal record. Can you pull that up, please?
I mean, I didn't save like a picture of it. We don't need to. We looked up their criminal record. I mean, she claimed we don't have to show it to people. Like anybody can look it up. It's public information.
Okay, then I'll read off her offenses. How about that?
Sure.
Okay, I'll read off her offenses. Let me see. Okay, let me go to where is it?
I don't know, Gianno.
Scarlett, I can't find it on this one.
Well, whatever. It doesn't even matter. Like, she claimed to have 5 felonies under her belt, but, you know, I looked up her criminal record, and the only thing I found were 5 charges that were traffic violations, none of which were felonies.
Yes.
And, I mean, she said that, you know, even if she had any felonies that I somehow couldn't find, she registered to vote in 2016, which was 6 years ago. So she was 20. She's like 20. She's turning 27 soon, I guess. But it's 26 right now. So there's just no way this time frame makes sense, and she's not in jail if she has any felonies. You know?
No, because the thing is that if you've been locked up, you got 5 felonies and you've been locked up, you're gonna tell me where you were locked up. Do you remember when my one homie that I interviewed, Scarlett, about a year and a half ago, and he had been locked up? I interviewed for my old Cool James Cash show, and he talked about lockup and shit like that. Yeah, that's my nigga. Like, do you remember the way he talked about it? Like, yeah, man, blah blah blah. Like, I always bring this up when you met my boy Enrique. Don't tell him. I was like, hey, tell him what it's like being locked up at Rikers. Niggas will tell you. Like, that's like, it's a badge of honor. Even if you white, don't matter. Like, it's a badge of honor to be, if you serve time in federal, because you have to do 85% of that time. You have to do that time. So you mean to tell me that, they know about it. You mean to tell me, right, that in between 2016 and now, you did all that and transitioned, right? And you was locked up, and you somehow had time to be out there pulling scores with a crew that's that heavy.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. All we saw were traffic violations. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. We didn't see shit else.
So she tells us that, which is another point where, I mean, honestly, we should have been like, you know, let's go back to our room.
Yeah, Lillian, I know. You tried to tell me. God, go ahead.
But I mean, so then like we're making out, and I motion Cole over, and we have a threesome to, you know, skip all the details of it. But yeah, it's a very consensual threesome.
Yes.
She's not blacked out. We're all like
no
the same level of intoxicated on a substance that I'm not going to name, but which does not make you tired, to say the least. And then like it ends because after a little while, she asks me to stop because she feels a little bit of pain, and we immediately stop, and she goes to the bathroom and checks herself and says that she thinks she's bleeding a little bit because we didn't like use enough lube and do enough preparation. And so then we just, you know, call off, you know, the rest of the night in a sense and go back to our rooms. She's very apologetic, very embarrassed. Literally says that she's embarrassed that the two of us won't get to fuck her. Saying that like her whole internet persona is basically like being the ultimate bottom, and you know, we don't get to fuck her. Basically, that's what she said. And she even expresses this in a signal message she sends to me after I go back to my room that night. Still, this is like 4 a.m. almost. Sorry, were you gonna say something?
Did you bring up what she said about her and her wife?
No, I mean, it's not like, I don't know, and I feel like that's also not directly relevant.
Okay. Good.
Um, well, I mean, then the next day, uh, the next morning, she comes over to our room. Oh, and before that, actually, I told Cole, like, go make sure she has, like, the second, like, they gave us, like, 2 keys for each room.
Yeah.
And I was like, make sure she has both the keys so she can feel like she's secure in that room, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like, he goes and he slips the key under her door.
Yes.
Then the next morning, she comes over. We're hanging out, you know, she's in a robe. We're just, like, hanging out in our room talking.
Yeah, I was
Cole
playing God of War on the PS4.
Cole gives a speech. I don't know if you want to talk about that at all.
Yeah. So I tried to explain that, like, a lot of what happened in my life is a result of being 7 years old and I was sexually assaulted at school. When that happened, I remember feeling like I never wanted to feel vulnerable ever again. So me taking up fighting, when my mom brought me to the PAL gym in 1996, that was because of, you know, I was constantly getting into getting into it with folks, and then I had gotten jumped, etc. It's just like I wasn't gonna let anyone get the best of me ever. So, taking up amateur boxing and then joining the military, I felt like if I joined the military, that I would never be in such a position of vulnerability ever again, and that a lot of my life was shaped on that notion. I try to explain that, like, I never do threats. I don't, I don't talk about all that violent stuff. I don't say anything. I don't talk about, oh yeah, what happened after you got shot? What happened? I don't talk about none of that, because if I talk about it, it's because I lived it. So it's like, I just don't, people, like, they want to live my brother's life, or they want to come up like me or whatever. Like, my shit, I grew up fucked up, and being a part of things politically helped give me a sense of purpose, in a sense of, you know what, that doesn't have to be a part of me. It was just something I had to deal with in my life, and it doesn't have to be a part of me. So what I had told her was that, because she talked about having a gun, that she was strapped up, and I was telling her is, there's going to be some point where you may feel like you might have to pull the trigger, and it's like, you can either make that a part of you and embrace that, or you can say, it's just something I had to do in my life. It doesn't make me who I am. And that was what I told her. And you were sitting right there,
Yeah.
Like she was listening. That's what I told her.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I am the way that I am. That's why, like, I'm very much, I tell you guys all the time, I don't do these debates. I don't do this and this and this, because, man, I'm not with all that, man. Like, these motherfuckers be doing all this. I don't be tripping off that. If somebody's not in front of me, I'm not tripping, But unfortunately, in my past, I've had to, do things to impose the idea that you're not going to fuck with me. And that's because I never wanted to be in that vulnerable position ever again, as I was when I was a kid. So that's what I had told her.
Yeah. And then they seemed like maybe slightly off, but otherwise like normal. And then they went back to their room, and like I texted her 20 minutes later, and she is saying like, hey, do you want to like go out and get some food and like some breakfast, basically? And then she tells me that like something I glossed over was that she was feeling chest pains the previous day. When she went and hung out with her friend in the middle of the day, she walked outside to and from, and it was pretty cold outside. When she came back, she said she was feeling chest pains. She thinks it was from walking around the cold. Originally, that's why she declined my offer for stuff, and then later she actually requested some of that stuff on her own, just set the record straight, I guess. But
I didn't know there was a dispute on that.
well, I don't know. I don't know how to end the sentence, but so like the next day, she's saying that she's gonna leave early because her chest is still hurting, and I'm telling her like, we can take you to a hospital here if you want. We can help you pay for anything if it's too expensive. And she was just like, no, I'd just rather go home and use my in-network doctors and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, I had a fun time last night. And I don't remember exactly what I said. Let me look at it, actually. It was like, just like, thanks for coming out, basically.
Scarlett, the parts of that conversation have to appear on screen, though, like when we get to the good stuff.
Sure. I mean, okay. Well, should I just, like...
Yeah. Yeah. This is the only time we're going to talk about it. Might as well go all the way.
Okay. So, I mean, as you can see up there at 3:49 a.m. on Saturday, she says, just feeling stupid.
Is it on the screen? Yes. There we go.
Yeah, so 3:49 a.m. Saturday, saying, just feeling stupid and embarrassed and stuff. My chest is also still hurting pretty bad. Sorry about everything. And I respond, don't hesitate to go to ER. Absolutely be happy to take you there. Can you don't even worry about it. Also, sorry, I can't probably blah blah blah. And then, yeah, that's the next one. So then she says she's gonna have. So this is a jump from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. So like, she doesn't respond, and then like the next morning we hang out.
Mm-hmm. And then she was hanging with us for a good hour. It was a good 45 minutes to an hour. She just hung out with us.
Yeah.
Like nothing sexual came up. Nothing.
Yeah. And then like after she goes back to her room for a little bit, this is what she sent. Saying I'm gonna have to leave early because I'm really worried about my chest. So I'd like to try to take care of you from going out of nowhere, yada yada. And I tell her like I said, your life's important to me. Whatever you need to do, take care of yourself. I had a really fun time. I'm sorry, rushed things a bit there. I'm happy we got to spend together. Ask what time her flight is, and then that's whenever the story changes. Then it's no longer about like chest pains, and reload the next one, saying that like had a nice time going out, but I'm also not super comfortable with everything that happened last night. I thought
here we go.
I knew stuff outside my relationship. Now, to be clear, that is the boundary she established. That she doesn't have sex outside of a relationship. It's not a polyamorous relationship unless it's for work. She only does that for content. And I was pretty drunk, also on Molly, so I wasn't exactly in a position to be making decisions for myself. I'm not upset with you in particular. I just didn't want to do anything with Cole, but felt super uncomfortable having to vocalize that in the moment. I'm not going to blow stuff up or anything because I don't want to drag anyone through the mud and then set the flight.
So what doesn't make sense is that she absolutely vocalized. Like, she absolutely vocalized everything she wanted and didn't want.
Yeah.
So this just made absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever. Just none.
Yeah, I mean, whenever she asked to stop, we stopped immediately.
Yes. But there was a bunch of shit she said between and that we're not going to get into that absolutely she not only said it, she expressed everything she wanted to do.
Yeah. And like saying that she was pretty drunk. I mean, like, we were all drinking. We all did other things than drinking. I don't feel like any of us was on a much different level in terms of level of intoxication. I think I was the most intoxicated again. it's not like you can test that kind of thing. It's not like I can say for sure, but that's what happens whenever you get intoxicated. Not when you get, whenever you have sex while intoxicated, like if both people are then like I don't know, the claim that it's like as if anyone was taking advantage of each other. Well, like, was she taking advantage of us as well because we were also intoxicated?
Yes. And that was from our lawyer. That came straight from our lawyer, which was if we took it. Go ahead.
Giuliano, no, I didn't see any signs of that actually.
No.
There wasn't any on me or anything like that. I didn't see anything like that.
If the thing is that because I wasn't sober and motherfuckers know I wasn't sober that night, it's whatever, give a fuck what her wife talking about or anyone says. Like, other people spoke to me. So the thing is like she said, like, this came from our lawyer, which was, if she felt she was taking advantage of being intoxicated, then, and we were all intoxicated, does that mean we were all assaulting each other? By that logic, then that's what happened. That's fucking ridiculous.
And also, like, when she goes on Twitter and talks about her boundaries being violated and puts it in this framework of like expecting special things sexually from sex workers, I mean, it's very disingenuous. Like, no one was expecting anything from her. She was very, like, literally, like, didn't ask for anything, didn't like request anything, and like she was a willing participant at multiple stages, like multiple times. She's the one who advances things.
Yes. She came on to me. I know it's like, it may not seem like, it seems like weird. Sorry, she came on to me, and like that took me by surprise. Yeah. I remember being very, very like, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, and yeah, so like she says that she didn't want to do anything with Cole. This is my reply down here, but and like later she says that she made clear she has no attraction to Cole or something like that, but that just like contradicts other things she says. But let me get the next one up. So yeah, I reply saying, well, I'm sorry, deeply sorry. Mentioned that at the club she said that we had the green light to have sex, which is what she told me.
Yes.
It's one of the details I glossed over there. When we're out in Wonderville, at one point she does like, we're like making out like, a lot, and I don't know, it's very, very sexual interaction, and like at a certain point she kind of like she kind of like stiffens up and is like, "I has to be for work, we can't go all the way." And I was like, "Okay," and so I back off, and like after like a minute she like pulls out her smartwatch and is like, "Oh, I just got a text from my fiance. She said I have the green light." Or how'd she say it exactly? Yeah, I think she said have the green light.
I wasn't there for this, so
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I mean, I don't need to say the exact way she said it, but there is a witness to this, which she later in the conversation acknowledges that there's a witness who corroborates what I.
The same person who was there when she said the dead body shit.
Yeah. And here she says, "Yeah, I know you're on Molly, which is why I'm not holding anything against you. My memory is kind of foggy, but I probably meant you had a green light. I definitely didn't mean for that to extend to Cole. I should have been better about vocalizing my discomfort, though, and I'm not trying to act blameless. I'm sorry again for all of this." So in this, at this moment, she's being honest in that, she has to take blame for her own actions.
Yeah.
Like, because she tries to frame it as like essentially assault because she cheated on her wife and she doesn't want to cheat on her wife, but in the moment she did it. And so it's like, I mean, you have to be responsible for your own decisions,
I mean, she never said a word other than there was nothing to interpret other than the joy she was expressing as things were happening.
Yeah.
Like that right there pretty much says I did not assault anyone. Mm-hmm. You know? No, like I'm sorry, I'm gonna quote Brittany Renner. You weren't a victim, you were a volunteer. I did only what you asked me to do. That's it. And without getting into detail, I went out of my way to not hurt you. Yeah. It would be up to them to clarify at what point did an assault take place. Because that would mean, Scarlett, that you would be an accessory and that you witnessed me commit the assault and you just let it happen. That's the logic that would have to take place, which would make you my co-defendant. Go ahead.
I was just looking at the chat a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So, again, this is 5 p.m. on Saturday. I'm saying, I'm sorry. I know your boundaries wasn't done me to assume it was meant for both of us. And she says, it's really okay. I'm not upset with you. You said you're also on a bunch of Molly, and you weren't in a great place to be making a decision either. I don't blame you at all. Oops, let me scroll out. I asked, how do you feel about Cole? And she says, I'm a little upset because he was pretty pushy, but mostly I'm upset because he was sober and should have known better than to insert himself. And then I have to correct her that Cole was not sober at this point. He was sober before the show, yes, but not after it.
If you kiss me at the club unprompted, I fail to see how I'm the aggressor. Mm-hmm. Like she would have to tell me at what point did she felt I was the aggressor. Like there's just so much shit that you said that, but it could not point to when that took place. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just checking something. So this is Saturday evening.
Oh God.
So she acknowledges okay, yeah, I wasn't aware of that, but it's okay. Like I said, I'm not trying to blow things up or anything for you or him. I know he's had to deal with people using it against him in the past, and I'm not trying to pick that up or whatever. I just wanted to explain why I was acting so weird. Which, like I said, in the day after the morning, she came and hung out, and she was a little off. I mean, she wasn't totally off. She just seemed a little bit out of it. Maybe is what I assumed. Just kind of low energy and a little bit as if something was on her mind, but that was, could have been anything. I think it's probably not a good idea for me to do a show, yada yada. I'd say, I understand. It would feel weird moving forward. I think it would be completely confusing for me to just completely change how I act, which is interesting. I mean, because then it's basically acknowledging that how she acts on the show is extremely flirtatious, which is she was flirting with all of us. I really enjoyed being part of the show. I'm really sorry to be leaving. I wish things were different. I'm trying to do what's best for me. Go back.
Do you guys think she was on something else that we didn't know about? We know she was, but we can't discuss that.
I don't know what whatever. Anyways.
Yeah, I'll tell you after.
I get that. Totally support what you're doing. Doing better self. Yeah. This part of the conversation, it's just me telling her that Cole got off Twitter. She's saying he didn't have to do all that. I wasn't trying to make him freak out or anything. Like I said, I was just trying to keep it quiet or whatever because it was a personal thing. I didn't want that to be a big issue. Now, this is an interesting thing to be saying because right after this, they go public with it, and it becomes a big issue on because they want it to be.
Yes.
So I don't really know why.
Yeah, she says that, what did she say? Like I said, I was just trying to keep it quiet or whatever because it was a personal thing. I didn't want it to have to be a big issue. Now, at this point, What I did was I deactivated because I was absolutely afraid that she was going to go to the police or whatever, and I needed to get my head together because I'm thinking like, okay, if she's about to make this move, and this move, then I need to get ready for that. Like I was absolutely like just, and also like I was coming down, like it was not a good time at all. It sucked.
I just want to point out here too that she's saying here, I hope you and I will be able to work together again in the future. So like, I point this out because, I mean, 2 days after this, I mean, her position on me seems to change a lot. We'll get there in a second.
Oh, this is a good one. This one's a good one. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, she says, I just figure it's the best way to handle it for everyone. I don't want to play the white woman victim card.
I don't want to play the white woman victim card. Okay. I don't want to play the white woman victim card. Sorry, continue.
Well, this is basically the end of the conversation on Saturday. The next one is the following evening on Sunday. But, yeah, I mean, so she messaged me on Signal. What did she say on Signal exactly? I think she just says, like, you know, we can chat, like, over... I was trying to get her to talk on the phone or in person before she left, but I have to update it, goddammit. She only wanted to talk over DMs. Let's see the next slide. Oh yeah, so I wanted to talk to her about what was her version of the events of that night.
Yeah, because I want to. Can you pull up Jess's tweet too, real quick, where she starts?
Which one?
The one where she's talking about I need to have my ass beat or whatever. I love that one.
I gotta find it.
It should be under Violet. If not, I can find it. Let's see.
Is it? This one?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Can you get that closer so I could discuss this? It says, I would like to physically fight so many men on my behalf of my girls right now. Scroll down. Let's see. Hold up. Y'all ain't shit. The usual entitlement and violation. So, what I find most interesting about this is that these folks.
This is on Saturday, about
yeah.
At
it's on Saturday.
So this is like 5 hours or 4 hours. 5 hours after the last combo ended. Basically.
Yes. Yeah. And what's wild about this is like these people know what hotel room I'm in. Like you could have gladly sent whoever you wanted to my hotel room, and I would have absolutely answered that door. Like I ain't running from nobody ever, and it's just like all this tweeting, my nigga, and no action. And that's what frustrated me the most is like, okay, I did all this, and this, and the most you want to do is tweet. Like this is where we're at with it. You can't tell any details. There's no account, nothing, but you're gonna tweet about it. Like that didn't solve anything. It didn't help anyone. It didn't do shit but fucking piss me off. You know? Like absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, so back to our conversation on Sunday. Ask her, I saw Jess subtweeting Cole and I want to know what your version of events was because the framing that's implied sounds worse than what I remember. I'm not doubting you, but I want to know what that night was like from your perspective. Like I said before, I'm not mad at you. We were both fucked up and I was giving you mixed signals. This is Sunday evening, like 8:24 p.m. saying she's not mad at me and doesn't blame me still. I'm not sure what I'm going to say exactly when I discuss stuff, but I'm going to try to insulate you as much as possible from blowback.
Insulate your white ass. Your white ass. She was finna insulate.
Oh, so yeah, this is an interesting moment. Yeah, mixed signals. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It wasn't very mixed, to be honest.
No. Fuck no.
Not even sure what she means. But yeah, so I'm pretty confused by her saying, I'm not sure what I'm going to say exactly when I discuss stuff, because up until now, we've been talking as if this is going to stay quiet and that we're not discussing this stuff.
Yeah. Keep in mind, Foxy's in the hotel room at this point.
Yeah.
Like, Foxy came to see us and see what's going on.
Well, something is going to have to be said about what happened since Cole is leaving the show and stuff. Which
not
exactly
really?
what was discussed. So on Saturday, Q calls us because Q talks to Marina and Violet without us.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a whole group meeting. It excludes both of us, and decides to give Marina the show on Saturday. Like, he's already decided that Marina has control of the show at this point. And Marina has decided, I'm not going to be on the show, and Cole's not going to be on the show. But it seems like, I don't know, it's hard for me to know exactly what was going on, but it seems like I wasn't necessarily kicked off yet. Based off the way that Violet's even talking here, right? It's only like Cole is leaving the show, right? And if Cole is leaving, well, let me get the next one ready.
Okay. Okay, whatever.
So I was like, oh yeah, wait, but I thought you wanted to leave the show too. Were you just planning to be there for a goodbye announcement, basically? And she says, I don't know. Q had handed the reins over to Marina, so I might just take a break before coming back. And then,
so Q had already like given the show up, all that. Like, we didn't even know all the facts, nothing. And there wasn't no meeting, nothing. We didn't even know fully what the fuck was going on, and he handed over. Now, it's his channel. He has the right to do that, but goddamn, nigga. Like, we couldn't even, like, get back first, you know? Like, okay.
So, yeah. Okay. Wait,
this is a good one.
Yeah.
Because hold on, after you cue this, you can cue the video.
But yeah, so this is her recollection. The way I remember things, I told both of you that I don't have sex outside my relationship unless it's for con, which means there's paperwork involved and STI testing and whatnot. I remember starting to have chest pains after coming back from Mercury's and saying Mercury was the friend that she went and hung out with, and saying I didn't want to do Molly. We got ready and went to the club. I got a little drunk and decided to do Molly while we were back in the room, which I should not have done given my hesitation in the first place. Which, let me clarify one minor thing here. She says, I got a little drunk and decided to do Molly while we were back in the room. That makes it sound like we went back there and she decided to do it while we were back there. We went back there because she wanted to do it.
Exactly.
Like, that was the reason we went back. I mean, it might seem minor, but to me, it does, like, imply, like, you know, this is, like, something she was totally down to do. It wasn't like she felt, like, pressure to do it because other people were doing it or something. Like, I was on her request.
At no point in time did I have anything to do with what she did. Like, I didn't influence anything. I didn't tell her to do nothing. I didn't do shit other than what she asked me to do personally, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Next one. Oh, did I mislabel these or did we get deleted? I guess it jumps to 12.
This is when she gaslights you too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and this is about where it is. I remember at some point telling you I was not interested in Cole at all. I have also made clear that to him, both on camera during the show and off camera.
Oh!
And I remember giving you the green light at the club. Important point right there. I remember going back to the room and trying to get people to leave because I was fucked up and horny. I remember starting stuff with you, and then I remember Cole suddenly being there and trying to push inside of me. It's not really what happens.
That is not what fucking happened at all. At all.
But before...
Bullshit.
Before that, I feel like we should play some of those clips.
Yes, they bring up... Okay, so she's saying she made it very clear. that she doesn't do that. Scarlett, please roll the tape.
Well,
Roll the
that's
tape.
what I'm doing. Chill out.
Thank you,
Give me a
sweetheart.
sec.
Thank you.
Okay, so she said, never. Oh wait, I don't know if I shared it with sound. Let me share it again.
It was on screen.
No, I needed to share it with sound. Okay. So she was saying that she made it very clear both on and off air that she's not attracted to Cole. Now, this is on air stuff, and it can be written off as playing a character. So I'm not going to say that this is definitive proof of anything, but it does contradict her statement. And we have other things too.
Yeah, she's saying I made it clear on air and off. No, you didn't. In fact, this is what you did. Go ahead.
I was already playing it.
Wait, I don't see anything. Hold up, I don't see nothing.
What happened? I just shared it. Why did it go away? Did you?
All right. Now, go ahead. Start over. As I'm walking, that would mean that you are going to intentionally impede me.
Yeah.
And rub your ass against me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
So,
can you play that one more time, please? As I'm walking, that would mean that you are going to intentionally impede me.
Yeah.
And rub your ass against me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Can we get the next clip, please?
So then there's this one where, again, she's on air and you can play it. You can say that she's just playing a character, but it still contradicts her statement.
Like, I mean, if it came to the like situation, Cole, I'd give you some sloppy toppy if you wanted it, but that's
So offering oral sex on air.
Can you play that one more time?
Like, I mean, if it came to the like situation, Cole, I'd give you some sloppy toppy if you wanted it, but that's
okay. And
next
like,
clip, please.
I mean, do I even have another? There's this clip. I don't remember what this is. Let me see.
Good.
okay.
That's a necessary thing. Jamie, aka the plug.
Oh right.
I be fucking with her because Jamie got hella weed just sitting around the house. You know? Because I remember.
I also have a friend in Bushwick who is normally sitting on a bunch of weed. So
Yeah, she moving on side. You know.
That clip is relevant because that friend is the friend that we've been mentioning.
Yes.
His name is Mercury, and
she was there in the room with us.
So like that's relevant because later in the conversation, actually, I think it might be on that one that I was sharing, but she says that she left in a hurry to go see Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just go back to it.
Sure.
Back to that little one I had on screen earlier. So this is her retelling again. So yeah. So, but made clear both on and on camera during the show and off camera. I remember giving you the green light club. I remember starting stuff with you. I remember Cole Sellen being there. Then the next thing that she says, connect to the folder. Is also, even if he did do Molly after set, I don't think it would have kicked in by the time things went down. That's not true. Like the set ended like 1 p.m. and like we had sex until like 3:30, like maybe around 4 a.m. almost. So like he did it right after the show, and it doesn't take that long. Like it takes like 30 to 60 minutes.
The only reason she was able to get away with me not going crazy over bringing up the dead body shit is because I was so fucking high that I didn't want to ruin that moment.
Right.
Like, I am.
I
Go
do
ahead.
think like there's, if I was not like rolling so hard, I would have been like, "What did you just say?"
Oh, we was on one, But it just because I was like, I'm just painted in the worst possible. Like, the worst common denominator she could think of is like, well, even if he was on it, it didn't kick in yet. He was just aggressively looking to us. You know what I mean? Like she. Come on, dude!
At no
like,
point do I remember asking him if he could get involved, which is like, it's not like you just pounced on us. Like, I like motioned Cole over because Father and I were like making out, and whenever Cole came over, like, I mean, he started like massaging her feet, and then she made a joke about him being a foot guy, and I was like, no, he just likes to massage people, and I massaged her back, and like, she liked that a lot, and she was very positive about all this. It was not at all like all of a sudden he was just inside me.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it was a very gradual sort of thing, and like we were making out for a while before we all got naked.
Yeah, I am Scarlett. I am not a pushy or aggressive person sexually.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's just I'm very sensitive to people, how people feel, and if I feel that like there's something wrong, I will constantly ask.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, then she says, I remember going to the bathroom after you started fucking me because I was bleeding. I remember asking you to leave after I got out of the bathroom. Does that line up with your recollection of events? Mercury corroborated some of the stuff, like me giving mixed signals and stuff.
Mercury corroborated whatever bullshit story you gave her.
Yeah. 13. The next one, I didn't give her like my version of the events. Well, I guess it's not all on this one screen. So it's mostly what I remember. I didn't remember you saying you didn't want to do Molly the first time around. But that probably just slipped my mind. But more importantly, I don't remember you saying that you were not interested in Cole at all. And sorry, I was just rereading the sentence. I believe you when you say you said it. Now, to be honest, like I don't remember her saying this at all. That this thing about like not having any attraction to Cole whatsoever. And
none of that came up. Like, if I even had the slightest hint, I would have not even left that room, our room. Mm-hmm. You know that, you know.
But yeah, it would certainly have been kicking in by then, because he did it right after the set. We hung out for a while. He also took a few dabs. The really serious. You said mixed signals. You said you were clear about not having sex outside of your relationship, but you were doing things that made it seem otherwise. Like when you first got here and were still sober, you offered to let Cole suck your tit. I know that's not sexual intercourse, but it's not exactly non-sexual activity either. I'm not trying to say you're wrong about anything, but the way I remember it, there was a point where all three of us were naked and facing each other, and then you complimented our genitals. Which, to be honest, she complimented Cole first, and then she complimented me.
Yes!
Then I remember right when you started sucking me up, which is sorry, it's funny out loud. We're already well into a three-way when we tried that. I'm not saying you had to proceed, but in terms of asking to join, like we made out as the three of us together for a while before we got naked. That's what I can remember at least. But I know my memory is sort of spotty. And the next thing she says had me like what?
Okay, this is where it gets good. This is where it gets really fucking good and insane. Go ahead.
Well, like I brought up the thing about the breasts, and she says I was joking when I said Cole could suck on.
Well, zoom in.
Oh, why is it doing that? I was joking when I said that Cole could suck on my tits. I did not mean for him to actually do it. Which again, we're in a hotel room alone. No one else is there. There's no cameras. No reason to be playing a character. She literally pulls her breast out, like completely unbears it, points it at him, and offers for him to suck on it. How is anybody supposed to take that as a joke?
She specifically asked me, she doesn't even deny that she did this.
Yeah, and
she doesn't deny it.
I did leave in a hurry after that, if you recall, and I do specifically remember you saying you don't even care about Cole, do you? Which is another thing I really do not think I said. I don't. I don't recall saying it, and I don't see like why I would even be thinking about that or in that way. And me saying I didn't and thought he was creepy and pushy. I don't remember her saying that.
No.
my actual recollection is fuzzy, but I know I would never have had sex with him in a sober state of mind. I made that pretty incredibly clear. Okay, so you wouldn't have sex in a sober state of mind, but you would like let him suck your tits because that is what you did. I mean,
not only that, she
call it a
enjoyed the
joke.
fuck out of that too.
Yeah, and saying I left in a hurry after that, as if like she like had to run out of there, which is just complete opposite of what happened. What actually happened was that like Cole like pulled it off of her like without any sort of signal from her or anyone else. It was like pretty abrupt, and he signaled for me to also get up because I was also sucking on her. And she was like satisfied. She was happy. She was not like leaving in a hurry. And to make it seem like she like escaped out of there to see her friend, like she had this appointment to see her friend already. Like they were already planning on hanging out. She had told us that before any of that happened. I mean, it was because she was going to hang out with him to go get the weed, which she referenced on the show and said that's what that meeting is about. You know?
I mean, like, the thing is too is that like that same day, Miss, I was so alarmed. Like, I fixed her dress. Like, she was hanging with us, eating with us. Like, she was super cool. Like, I gotta be honest. She was really nice, man.
Yeah, like
she was really nice.
It was a huge shock because she was very nice and things went fine. Like, I had no idea.
Yeah,
it was a surprise.
She. And the thing is, too, is like, hold on, I have to address this, and then we should take a quick break before we continue. Like, beforehand, okay? Beforehand, like, you know, the argument could be, you know, and I've said this, you know, I used to say it on the show, like, no, I don't date trans women, et cetera, you know? Like, I said that repeatedly. And the thing is that, you know, that's how I initially thought about things, because for me, like, you know, well, I never had nothing against transgender. I never said transphobic. It's not that. It's just like, well, if I do this, niggas will think that I'm gay. You know what I mean? Like, that was always my thought. If I do that, well, niggas will think that I'm gay. Well, I got over that because I love my best friend, and she's just a great person. And once I was able to accept that and understand that, then that was I didn't need to think about it any other way. So it's just like that analogy you gave me, Scarlett, where just someone who comes out of the closet, I mean, they were lying the whole time. You know? So it just like, yeah. Hold on. Oh yeah. Now hold on. This is where Foxy was like, you fucked up.
Yeah.
You fucked up. She told him directly. I remember that moment. You fucked up, Q. Says Q said he warned Cole not to get involved if anything went down between you and me. Now, man, that what Q did, what he's doing here is the advice that he was giving me, okay? He's using that and weaponizing that against me by saying, well, I told him, like, basically pillow talking with the broad. Like, there's no other way for me to put this. Like, the advice you give me man to man is not what you're supposed to tell this broad who we barely know. You know, no, that was some bullshit to me. And it was this is not a secret. Foxy was in that hotel room with us, told him the same thing, like, yo, you fucked up saying this. You know that, right? Because it put the motherfucking battery in her back to feel like, oh, okay, well now I can just say whatever I want now. Oh yeah. Hold on. Read off what you said. Oh yeah, I forgot about this shit.
I don't remember that at all. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were joking, but you seem to enjoy it. I didn't think anything of you leaving because I figured you had friends you wanted to see here. I didn't think it was connected. Yeah, that's true. Q did warn him. Well, I'll open up the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, which one was that again? 15. I have sensitive nipples and my physical enjoyment isn't something I can necessarily help. I was pinned down a lot.
I did not pin her down, not one fucking time. Dude, I did not pin. Scarlett, you would testify in court, I did not pin her down.
We didn't, like, hold her wrists, you know? It wasn't like that. Like pin down in what way do you mean? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, we were on top of her, but it was because she lied back. Like
She asked me to do it.
Whatever. Like the excuse here being that her nipples are so sensitive that like she couldn't help enjoy it. Because that's what I was saying. It's like you seem to be enjoying it. She's like, yeah, well, I have sensitive nipples.
What
like,
the fuck?
I can't help it. So then, what's the issue? You know, like you can't. Yeah. Yeah.
What y'all want me to do with that, man? What the Scarlett, can you please give your analysis on you sucked my titties. I was liking it, but I didn't want to like it.
It's just like, you know, it's ridiculous. Like, there's no reason for her to have felt like she couldn't have told us to stop at any point, and like she enjoyed it by her own admission, and also when she did ask us to stop, we did. So you know, where's the proof that anything was that any sort of boundary was violated, that like you weren't willingly violating yourself? Because like this whole boundary about her work being the only reason she can have sex with people, like, okay, but that's like up to you to hold up. Like, it's not, that's not my my relationship rule. And like, I mean, in this context, she gave me permission. Like, I wouldn't have had sex with her if she didn't say that. Like, she literally gave me permission and admits to it. So
now, Scarlett, we should take a break so I get something to drink.
Okay.
We didn't give it a lot of reading. We're gonna take a break, guys. We'll be right back because we got more. We'll be right back.
I sit here at home, but the home was made for two. But it is nothing, my darling, without you. then suddenly realize that love is gone. Now life must carry on. You left me all alone when you told me that you were gone. You left me all alone when you told me that you were gone. You left me all alone when you told me that you were gone. You left me all alone when you told me that you were gone. I still love you, but I know if I miss someone new. I still love you, but I know if I miss someone new. I still love you, but I know if I miss someone new. I still love you, but I know if I miss someone new. I must be happy, happy again. So baby, can I find myself somebody, somebody? I'm gonna find myself somebody. Oh, wish I had you, wish I had you.
Scarlett?
Yeah.
Okay, so we last left off at I was joking when you asked me to suck your tits. And I enjoyed it, but I didn't want to. That's where we last left off. Go ahead.
Hold on.
You just dab.
Of course.
You like, I need to dab with this shit.
Talk for a sec.
Talk for a second. So basically that's where we left off. So at this point, Foxy's in the room with us, and she's like, you're like texting back and forth and shit like that. And like at this point, Q is like not really wanting to talk to me, like at all. He views this as all my fault, and I take responsibility, obviously, for being in the room. It's not that, but I'm not taking responsibility for the shit she's saying I did, because that ain't what happened. That's just not gonna happen. You know, like, no. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, yeah, so I respond. I don't think I told Cole you weren't into him, which I honestly don't remember you asking at all. Can you narrate some of it?
About eating Fruity Pebbles, man. Alright, I got you. That's something I've thought about if you hadn't been there, and I regret that's not how it went down. I don't think I told Cole you weren't into him, which I honestly don't remember asking at all. But again, I believe you now. Scarlett here is doing this thing where she's trying to get her to continue to talk. So she don't believe the shit that she's saying. She's just saying that shit, correct?
Pretty much.
Yeah. And I think if you had just said something, he would have backed off completely. Like, we stopped immediately when you were in pain, but I'm not trying to argue about it. Just my perspective on that. I'm sorry things turned out this way.
Yeah. I mean, she probably, at this point, gets the sense that I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm. Now, what's most interesting about what's being said here, we're going to take a detour, is,
I'm gonna get a tissue.
Alright, so, I'll just tell y'all. So, what ended up happening was that while some of this was going on, a lot of this would not have blown up like it ended up doing if it wasn't for the fact that we were able to, somebody within her camp started giving a shit. Because what happened was that, like, she, like, was saying this and that and the other, but then saying something to someone else, and a couple of these girls, like, compared stories and was like, yo, this shit don't match up. So someone from Violet's little inner circle got at us. You know, there's already a couple of mutuals that had her private, but what made me want to care about the private was the fact that she was, like, telling one girl one thing, telling another girl another thing, telling another girl another thing. The problem is that one of these girls she talked to, that she's cool with, spoke with another streamer who talked to me that night. And that other streamer was like, nah, he was high as fuck. I spoke to him, etc., etc. So what we ended up getting was some narrative that we might not have been privy to. Okay, this was I want to say this was around late April, May, around the time the mutual gave it to me also. But can you pull up from her private, Scarlett, what she was saying?
Yeah, one sec.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is
All right, can you zoom in, Scarlett? All right, it says, I was so fucked up. I can't even remember if they used protection. Hate that I gotta wait a full week to get STI tested. Now, Scarlett, do you want to explain what she said in the fucking elevator to you?
I mean, I asked if she, like, wanted to use condoms because I didn't have any. I was like, do you have any condoms? I don't have any. She said, you know, like, why would we need any?
Scroll down, please. The people involved with my assault have decided to go the people.
This is like, I hadn't posted anything about it.
No.
I hadn't said anything to anybody about it. I had retweeted the show account. Like, I hadn't. I hadn't broken from her in any way other than in our private conversation saying that, you know, Cole was not sober and that I don't remember certain things that she claims were said, but that I still believed her. Like, otherwise, like, you just saw that whole conversation. I didn't say, like, you're lying. Like, you know, this just didn't happen. But
yeah. Basically, now she blaming you too. Because this is language. Now, this is why why our little fucking one of our informants gave us this, because what she's doing is like just testing to see who's gonna believe what and where. I don't know why she needed to feel like she needed to jump in front of this shit when I wasn't saying a goddamn thing and neither were you. And yes, I still, you know what, you know, you retweeted the show account. I remember being so salty about that too. Yes, I'm saying it on air. I was so salty. But I knew you had to play the game, and I understood.
I was, you know, I wasn't, like, denying that her claim. It was, like, at every point, like, I was just kind of, like, stating what my perspective was, but that, like, I respected what she was saying.
Yeah. Yeah, so, Scarlett, I got an actual text message. I'll screenshot it for you and I'll show you. Hold on. But yeah, it's very nice actually. Continue.
And she's scared of blowback, but like, I have like 1,700 followers on Twitter, and she has like almost 70,000 now, and like 55,000 or something when this went down. Like, what blowback? What blowback couldn't happen? Like that, I don't. Would you think that I'm gonna like soccer or something? You know, I've never like met her before in person other than this one time, and like I don't know. I don't know what the blowback is here.
I mean, the thing is one thing that like we talked about. Like, if you're a Harvey Weinstein, my nigga, you got some power.
Yeah,
you
like, I don't have any power over her.
I have less followers than you.
She wasn't like a paid member of the team. We weren't paying her. She volunteered to be on the show without being paid.
I offered her, like, hey, if you want to, I actually offered that to her and she said no. I cannot stress how, like, she was just a very nice person to work with.
Yeah.
Like,
friendly before this.
It's really hard to pinpoint what's what, other than obviously we have someone that in her circle that leaks to us, but I mean, we have theories on shit, but even that person who was giving up all the shit isn't for sure, because there's so many lies in so many different places. Like, every aspect about her life that she told us wasn't true. You know, like, there's very little that checked out on the shit that she said, from where she say she grew up, saying that she grew up in Miami when we know exactly where her dad is from, all this other shit. Like, it's it's like I can't think of anything about her that ended up being genuine at all. Like, and then like I said, because you wouldn't participate, the next day she's out here on the timeline, accusing you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, 10:14 is like the last one of these.
Yeah.
So this is like early in the morning the next day. I mean, it's early for me because I don't like to wake up.
Thanks. It wasn't an easy decision. But I figured from not calling out people directly, as what fucking power do I have?
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do to illustrate blowback? Like, even today, like, I what makes this most hard is like, yo, like, we were nothing but nice to you. All you had to do was say something. When you did express anything, we cooperated. What more could I have done other than not be in the room? If you didn't want me in the room, you just had to fucking say so. You know? Okay, Scarlett, you want to continue?
Oh, where do we go next?
Okay, so let's just pick up where, now I think about it.
I guess.
We should just get to Marina.
Wait, did I show this last one?
Go ahead.
This last slide? The conversation. This is the last part. This is the last thing I said there. Basically.
Okay.
I guess let's zoom in. Stop immediately when you're in pain, and she says, just sorry things turned out this way. I think you and I can be okay. I see you all the time. Yeah, this is 9:29 on the Sunday. I don't think I can really extend it to call. Like, within 12 hours, she's throwing me in to the, accusation.
Yeah, within 12 hours, you were being thrown in there at the same time. So, when you decided that you were not going to participate in the idea that I did this shit, oh, hello, Holly, that I did this shit, okay, that's when all of a sudden, then you had to be, then you also participated in the assault. Dr. Umar would be proud that you wouldn't be proud. Listen, Dr. Umar would not be proud about a lot of things in my life, especially right now, because I'm with one of these devils right now, and I'm never leaving her, okay? So there, Dr. Umar would not approve about anything, okay? All right, I am doomed according to him. But if I'm going to be doomed, I'm going to be doomed with something I actually did. Go ahead.
Oh, what's the next thing?
I think we need to talk about Marina now.
Yeah, but so where do we start?
Okay, so
I can just hide this for now.
At this point, we need to talk about Marina. Okay, Marina is handed the show. Okay, Marina has the reins to everything. What does she do? Jump on the log off already fucking Twitter and tweet. Now, keep in mind, I mostly ran that Twitter. Okay? I mostly ran that Twitter. So, on a platform that me and my girl here helped create, I get to be... She tweets directly that I sexually harassed trans women and committed assault on violence. Just straight up saying I did it. Okay? Now, Scarlett, before we get to anything that she's talking about and all the shit that she's claiming and all the things that Marina says, that they were saying, like, I think we need to talk about TikTok. We need to discuss TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we need to talk about TikTok. We need to have a conversation about what was going on TikTok, Marina. I think you had some issues. There's some problems, Marina?
If I had seen this stuff before, I don't think we would have brought her on.
If we would have known, I'm just gonna have to be under the assumption Q knew about this and didn't fucking tell us.
Of course he knew.
So Marina was acting a fool on TikTok. Do you have the
What?
shit? Hold on. Yeah?
Sorry, what?
I can pull up the videos if you want. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, just a moment. I do. I do. Hold on. 1 second.
So yeah, apparently Marina used to have an account on TikTok. I mean, she still has one. I think she deleted all, or they deleted all their videos. But that's because they kind of got in some trouble over there.
Okay, so all right, let me go ahead and hold on me.
I'm so high. Oh
What?
my god, it's such a big dab. I'm still recovering.
You know, I just want you to know I hate drugs, and that I'm kidding. I love drugs. Hold on, I'm trying to. You know what? I think I'm gonna pull the links I have off my Google Drive. Hold on, this probably might be easier. Okay, hold on. Google Drive. So yeah, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Sorry, yeah, because so Marina apparently got some issues on TikTok. Fuck, okay. You know what? I'm gonna pull it up from my email that I sent. Hold on, this would be easier than fuck it. Sorry, it's taking me for a second. All right, I'll go under tick. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Ugh. Why is it giving me an issue? Hold on.
I don't know.
I don't know. Just one second, because we have them. We fucking have them. Hold on. Like it's like literally sitting on my drive. Hold on, let me see something. Oh, you know what? Let me see if this will work. Hold on. All right, does this have sound? No?
No, I don't hear anything.
Huh?
I don't hear anything now.
Fuck. It's like right there. God damn it.
You like ripped all these.
I did. Hold on. This is what I'm gonna do. Scarlett, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send it to you right now in my email. Okay? I'm gonna send it right now. Alright? Also, this is like low key your fault. Like I'm not taking any responsibility.
I'm not prepared to pull these out is because you said you'd had it.
Scarlett, listen to me. I know what I said, but let's not talk about what I said, and let's talk about what I did. Okay? Let's do that. Can we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me to make sense of what the fuck bullshit I just came up with. All right, I'm uploading them to you now. God, she looks terrible here. These TikToks are hilarious. I just want y'all to know. I'm sending all of them to you as we speak. It's almost uploading. Okay. Now, all right. Where's the last one? Okay, yeah, this is the last one. Good Lord, I remember this one too. All right, there you go. Check. It's in your email. I am not a boomer, y'all. Y'all should subscribe though. Continue to subscribe because, it's hard starting all over. There we go.
I'm gonna need bisexuals to stop acting like incels. Lesbians not wanting to date you because you center men is not biphobia. Like, if you prefer men, then why can't
What you do that for? Hey!
Hold on.
Scarlett. There we go. Okay, wait.
on the regular? Because you know what men
Start it
do?
over, please.
They oppress lesbians. Maybe if you stopped caring only about yourself and your little incel feelings, you would get that. Because it's not a hard concept. I'm gonna need bisexuals to stop acting like incels. Lesbians not wanting to date you because you center men is not biphobia. Like, if you prefer men, then why can't lesbians prefer to date people who don't fuck with men on the regular? Because you know what men do? They oppress lesbians. Maybe if you stopped caring only about yourself and your little incel feelings, you would get that. Because it's not a hard concept. I'm gonna
What the
need
fuck is
bisexuals
this?
to stop acting
Scarlett,
like
can you
incel.
explain to me what the fuck she talking about?
Well, I know she's just like being biphobic and like homophobic and transphobic. I mean, essentially. Here,
Everything's in your email.
Yeah.
If you're confused by what I'm talking about, just go to the audio. Just listen. Because they literally equate bisexuals to... So I'm gonna need this person to stop with the biphobia, like, immediately. Like, yesteryear. If you're confused by what I'm talking about, just go to the audio. Just listen. Because they literally equate bisexuals to incels. Because they're attracted to men. Now, first of all, you were also transphobic within the same breath, so good job. Because the Bisexual Manifesto clearly states that bisexuality is when people are attracted to 2 or more genders. I'm sorry that us existing is such an inconvenience for you, but I can promise you if we could choose to not be bisexual, then we would. Because not only are we outcasts to straight people, we're also outcasts within our own community. Also, you're pushing monosexism, which is harmful to your own community in itself. Because monosexism is rooted in heterosexist narratives. But thanks for invalidating our sexualities.
Scarlett, can you translate that shit?
No.
Look at Marina.
Am I the first trans person for some of you to interact with? Because at my ripe old age, I know that if I misgender someone, I just say I'm sorry and then I don't do it again. I don't double down and argue with them about, well, your pronouns say this, so therefore I'm allowed to apply whatever gender I think is appropriate to you. I use she and they pronouns, but I don't identify as a woman.
Wow, there's a lot to unpack. Okay, so obviously I'm not coming to attack you, 1, as a bisexual person, and 2, as a non-binary person, because I identify as both. First of all, you should be understanding that if you have she in your bio, there's a chance that people are going to use femininely inclined pronouns, and you should not be attacking people for said. Also, I just think it's funny that your original joke was supposed to be about bisexual women, but you don't identify as a woman, so how can your joke be about you?
I think they're just like in a back and forth with this person. I'm not exactly sure the whole, but this one, I think this one has her.
Hold on. Before you press play, leave that. Can you blow that up before you press play? Listen, Marina, you know I'm really disappointed how this went down. I'm really disappointed that you decided to take this route, but I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Ayanna Presley. Put the fucking wig back on. Don't ever come out the house with this shit again. Please. Thank you.
The crazy part is that this was 2020.
Yeah.
September of 2020.
Yes.
So after this, you said this was a joke. Like, if it was a joke, 1, why did you delete the video? 2, why are you defending it? And now all you're doing is responding to all the comments saying it's transphobia because people are calling you cis. Like, do you not know internet culture? Cis is used for men and literally anyone people just don't agree with. It's not a gendered term. But anyways, basically what you're saying is biphobia. You're saying you don't want to date someone because they date men and women. That is biphobic. Compared bisexual people to incels. Please leave.
This is the last one. Go ahead.
I'm gonna need bisexuals to stop acting like incels. Lesbians not wanting to date you because you center men is not biphobia. Like, if you prefer men, then why can't lesbians prefer to date people who don't fuck with men on the regular? Because you know what men do? They oppress lesbians. Maybe if you stopped caring only about yourself and your little incel feelings, you would get that. Because it's not a hard concept.
Now, this is the individual who said, this is all from like around like October, September, November 2020. 2020, okay? Mm-hmm. The night of around this time, I was putting in so much work with the DSA. I was telling you all about it too, Scarlett. Mm-hmm. You know? Like, I was posting on my IG, like, yo, this is like my last run with the DSA. Like, I was putting in work, man. I was out there. Ben Burgess hit me up like, hey, I'm doing election night coverage. You want to come on? And like, you can ask him, man. I'm like, nah, I can't. I got to get these ballots, man. We got We got our DSA candidate that's running for city council. We got like I was really proud of that. You know, I remember thinking that even if Biden don't win, man, like I put it all on the line. And this time, this fucking individual, excuse me, this fucking individual hollering my name, this and that and the other when they got these skeletons in their closet. Come on, son.
It's just crazy how recent it was.
Yeah.
Like I get that they've grown some since then.
No, they haven't fucking grown. They got all
Maybe
cis white partners.
Yeah.
All cis white partners. And they pocketed the money that they were supposed to use on the plane. So no, they haven't fucking grown. Fuck that. You know, the more I found out about their life, and there was a lot to find out, that I felt I would feel bad. There's like these points where I feel bad, and then I remember what we're gonna what we're about to show you. All right, let me go back to the drive. Go ahead.
What's next?
All right, let me go to Marina's folder. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Let's go to all the Marina accusations and after she was given a channel. Let's just go straight to there.
Wait, where is that? What?
It's in the drive folder. It's in Marina folder.
But which one? Marina accusation one?
Just go 1, 2, just one. I'll just go one after the other. Go start with number 1.
So wow to get mad you were told to log off already after getting outed as a serial sexual predator. I guess I don't deserve to run the show because I was only hired because my co-host wanted to fuck me.
Now, Scarlett, your thoughts on these tweets?
Well, I mean, like, we hired them because we needed somebody, and they were around, and they seemed like they could do the job. They were like the third pick.
Yeah, first pick. My first pick was Vita. My second pick was Haley. Then Melissa. Then Haley.
Oh yeah, so I guess she kind of comes fourth.
Fourth, yeah. Number 1 would have been without question. Number 2 was like I said, there was Haley. She goes by Runeseville. She don't talk to me, I don't care, but I do like her professionally. She's very good.
But also, like, this is a response to me behind a block. Pretty sure at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, this is like after I just asked if we could talk about it. What happened?
I want y'all to know, Marina chose to not talk to us with these receipts.
Yeah,
okay?
Like, Marina didn't. They asked for space, and I was like, okay, I'll give you space. And a week later, I asked if we could talk, and they just freaked out on me and blocked me, and then posted about me behind a block. And then I responded, and they posted more aggressively in response. So I just deleted my thread. But yeah, this was the first thing they said in response to just me asking if we could talk about what happened.
Yes. Now hold on. I guess I don't deserve to run the show because. Oh, go ahead.
Well, calling me a serial sexual predator.
Yeah.
This is just escalating the accusation now to like supposedly multiple people. And yeah, sorry, what were we gonna say?
No, just go ahead to the next one.
Weird how every time you try to make boundaries with these two, they lash out. LOL. Anyway, everyone saw it coming. Stop acting bewildered. Shit's not cute at your big age. I'm only like 6 years older. Weird how every time you try to make boundaries with these two, like, I don't know what the hell she's talking about or they're talking about.
Marina, I highly suggest if you got receipts, you need to just fucking post them already.
Like, I can show my entire conversations with her. They're nothing but friendly, and there's no boundaries violated anywhere. Like, literally,
no.
You just scroll through it.
You know? Yeah, that fuck. I love it when these white folks say that shit. Yeah, that part. Shut your white ass up. bitch. You know. Sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
I guess the next one. I guess I don't deserve to run a show. Weird.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Never mind. This is nothing really different.
Okay, yeah. Now let's go to after Marina after giving the channel.
Hold on. What's this one?
Yeah.
Whenever whenever you come back and you make a thread about what happened from your point of view.
Yeah.
They responded with this, naming both of us like directly, and saying that we tried to drag Violet and them for lying and stealing their work. Did not do. Post some receipts of me doing that. Like I talked to my friends about what happened from my perspective and about the effort I put into my show, but like I didn't say you stole my work to anybody. Don't deserve to be a public figure. Okay. Considering the things that I now know about Marina, it's a really funny thing for them to say because they seem like a very toxic person all around. Like
extremely.
They're very abusive.
Oh, very.
To everyone in their life, it seems like.
It didn't take long for anyone within Marina's inner circle to talk to us. With Violet, that took work. Marina, motherfuckers couldn't wait to stab her in the back. You know this, Scarlett. They couldn't wait to give us info on that broad. Go ahead.
Then he says, they say that my sincerest and deepest apologies to anyone I brought into this who was made to feel uncomfortable and speak out. You aren't the only one, because many women felt like they couldn't say anything critical about it being deeply unpopular. Like, what? Who are these other women? And like,
I don't know.
That they, and like, you're such a powerful figure. We're both this powerful figures to make them deeply unpopular.
I didn't know I had this much clout, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And it's nice to know that many people, respect my opinion. I guess.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what's up. All right, it's good to know. That's good to know.
And also, they're saying that they're using Twitch to get laid, which that's literally how Marina operates on social media.
Oh my god! Yeah, we're gonna show that. We're gonna show that. Okay. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. Let's go to her private right now. Hold on. Let's open that up. Hold on. Where's that? That's under. Let's see. Cause it's the one with fuck. Did I get it? Yeah, there's it. Marina using the platform for sex. It's that one. Yeah, that one and Marina giving channel. Yeah.
Marina use. Okay.
Yeah, using the platform for sex. Okay. Now. I know it says, I don't know what to do with the show now. I do tell people we're on hiatus because we fired half the hosts.
Yeah, fired. Come on.
They're literally going to figure it out anyway, since because it's so fucking obvious. Thanks to Cole scrubbing his entire existence off the internet. Yeah, I was offline for a minute. I'm so fucking pissed I have to clean up the mess of a grown fucking man who couldn't handle rejection. I was never rejected.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I was never rejected.
Couldn't handle rejection,
She couldn't even tell you she rejected me because she did it. Other than making up shit oh, well, I told you I wasn't into him. Scarlett, you are my right hand. Not my right hand woman, my right hand. Nothing goes between you and me without us knowing. Scarlett, I don't keep shit from you, and you know this. Mm-hmm. That just didn't happen. Okay. People were something gossiping about when this would eventually happen. Of course they were going to figure it out because he's acting guilty as fuck. Sick to my fucking stomach. I can't even think straight. I'm so fucking full of rage. Fuck. I would rather eat grass than small talk. Wow. I say, oh yeah. Here's what she's talking about, Stu. I don't see any cock. Stu said he'd hang out with me tonight to keep me company. Pray for me. I'm trying to see some cock. This bone-thin white man has a psychotic grip on my coochie.
Psychic grip.
What? Psychic. What the fuck ever, nigga? What the fuck ever? Yeah, there was simply no way I could make it out tonight. I'm fucking panting, walking down the hall. Okay. So she's alleging, I feel like she's keeping up the facade of being sick because we have it on very good authority that she did not only did she not get the ticket, she said she was scared. Let's pull up, where it says Marina Given channel.
What? Your mic keeps changed again.
Oh, what'd you say?
What did you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. The one where it says Marina Given channel.
Okay.
All right. Oh, wait. No, not this one. You know what? I have it on my screen. I'll just show it. I'll just pull it up. Yeah. Hold on. I have it on mine. Because it's a white one. Hold on. It's this one. That one. Okay. So they said the new mission will be to highlight erotic artists, sex workers doing cool shit in an effort to destigmatize the horror imagery, including fun bits like natal chart readings, love, and sex advice political discussion. A fun space for sluts by sluts. Should I spend 2 weeks in Canada and just get my back blown to smithereens in every province? I think between my 3 lovers we can afford one. Baby, okay. Anyway, basically her shit, it was supposed to be called Red Bordello. So basically, Marina was given the channel, right? She was given the channel, and the most she did with it was tweet that I did some shit. So she was given a channel of like 7.3 thousand and did absolutely nothing with it. Now, you know, there comes a point where it's like, yeah, I know that they're disabled. I know that, you know, they have issues, but it comes to a point where maybe you're just fucking lazy, Marina. Maybe you're just fucking lazy and you have shitty work ethic. And everybody tried to encourage you. Everyone who tries to encourage you ends up in the same fucking position. You know, like, how can you sit up there and call me a broke rapist? Calling me a broke rapist when half your timeline is you begging for money. Half your timeline is fucking $5 slots on your OnlyFans. Don't come at me with that, man. Because you ain't got it like that. Her entire life is nothing but disappointment. Like, looking at her LinkedIn. When I got my hands on that. Like, her whole resume, like, just nothing but half-assing and a few months here and there. Now, the reason why I say that, even though they're disabled, is just because the fact that how you get handled a whole channel and do nothing with it. Even with our channel, they were being encouraged, like, yo, you should, like, they were getting mad, feeling like they should get more money when they hardly did anything. Remember that?
Yeah, apparently they were not satisfied with getting an equal split, which is what they got. We all just split the money equally. And they felt they deserved more, even though they came fewer days of the week. They didn't do most of the work in terms of content creation, like looking for things to talk about, keeping the conversation going. Like, we actually did some organization, you know, behind the scenes. Like, we actually had like collaborative documents and stuff. But they didn't really contribute a lot to that. So apparently they felt like they were having to do too much work, having to show up too many times, even though they weren't there as much as Cole or I, and not getting paid enough, even though they were getting an equal amount of money.
Scarlett, hold on. Check the private.
About what?
Huh?
What's it of? Like,
don't know. I don't know. But yeah, pretty much. So, like I said, like, they can say whatever it is that they want to say. At the end of the day, how did the show make good money? I'll put it to you like this: like, as long as I was able to get on screen, the show made, for, if it was just, we were splitting too many ways. So basically, like, we would make between I want to say 7, 8, and then at the end we were at like 1,200. Would you say that, Scarlett? Like, because I can't remember what the numbers look like, but what?
Nothing. I'll tell you later.
Type it in the private.
It's just, I mean, continue with what you were saying.
Okay, so yeah, so basically, like, we, you know, I have to say this: the only is nobody could get subscriptions like me, and especially with Scarlett being with me. As long as I had Scarlett with me, it was on. You know, as long as I had Scarlett with me, it was on. Like, none of them could get subscriptions like that, and that was fine. You know, but like we were splitting it in equal ways. You know, we were splitting it in equal ways, and like the thing is, everyone didn't have to do equal amounts of work. Most of it was shouldered by myself. And then Scarlett would do everything that I needed done. Anything to support or anything to like handle like any of the logistics, all the graphics. She does that to this day for me, you know? Yes, you know, the God honest truth is yes, me and her did all the work. There's no other way for me to put it. Me and her did all the work. All of it. And if they were capable of doing all that, they'd be doing it now. What?
Like 90% of it.
Okay. All right. Me and Scarlett did 90% of the work. All right. How does that one sound?
Q did 4%. Marina did like 4%, and Violet did 2%.
Oh God. Yeah. So. Yeah. Actually, yeah. This is true. Actually, yeah. Yeah. This is true. That's true. Like Q was like really busy. You know, he was really busy, and like I don't know, man. Like he was, especially toward the end. Like it was, you know, we don't need to say on stream, but it was clear what some of his motives were. You know. All right. So hold on. This we're getting very close. So the problem is that Marina, okay. Marina, like, I would sext Marina all the time, and she would sext back, and, like, it was never an issue. So what she'll do is, like, she said some shit like, what was it? He wanted to have sex with me in my ex's bed, and like, she makes it seem like the worst shit ever, right? But, as I'm going to show you here, okay, hold up. I said some shit like, I said, what did I say? I was acting like I was texting her ex, because me and her ex know each other. I was like, I was like, I'm gonna bust raw on your girl with my girl, some stuff. I said some dumb shit. I said, I swear I'm joking, and I erased that. Huh? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I said this, right? And it says, left my ass off. It's true. Smacks don't care about his feelings. They don't. I said, you and the girl's gonna have a 3-day creep ride gangbang, and if he wants to, he has to accept his role in this. We should have brought him and make him film it. Now, again, I'm going to have to quote my girl Brittany Renner, you are not a victim, you are a fucking volunteer, Marina. That is not how the story was being told. That is not how you were telling us, and it certainly was not how you were fucking telling me. We have all these conversations. I couldn't make that up. Okay? I could not make that up. Hold on. I got something else. Hold on. On top of shit, hold on.
What's happening with your mic?
Why am I? Huh?
What's happening with your mic?
It's like kind of broken, I think. Top of that, let's not forget. Okay, let's not forget. You're going to directly go into hell for pretending to be allies with sex workers and argue with the wall, bitch. It went from here's money, I'm not paying you off, and I know you're financially precarious to this bitch doesn't deserve the show. Kill yourself, Scarlett.
Yeah. So she told me to kill myself.
Yes.
That tweet is still up, even though I reported it. If people would go and report it, that would be nice. Because it's telling me to kill myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just unfortunate, man. It's to kill yourself left, man. They love that. They love that term for some reason. You know, they love that term. Hold up. Let's see, hold on. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. Hold on. Another example. Okay, hold on. I have to show this. It says, hold up. Here we go. I said, what if Violet had Nia in her mouth open, your legs, and Nia pulled out and came in her mouth and filmed it? I am terrible. Laughing my ass off. That would be hot as fuck.
That's between you and Marina, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's between, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, this one, I remember when I said this, too, because this was actually funny. Marina could be funny sometimes, too. I'm not going to sit here and act like I hate Marina or whatever. No, I love Marina, man. Like, I really cared.
Yeah, I liked having both of them on the show.
Yeah, I did.
We didn't bring them on just to have sex with them.
You know,
Violet's funny. I think, and she's genuinely a funny account. I miss seeing her posts. I muted her like a long time ago.
No, there's absolutely, and the worst part is like, no, this, you know, I can never, you know, I can forgive because I have to move on with my life with being a fucking straight up liar and this and that, but the idea of reconciliation on this, not when you're lying this blatantly as I'm going to show here, again, so she keeps talking about, oh, I was abused, he's this and that and the other. It's like, I'd be like, Marina, is it gay to come inside you after a woman did with her dick? I'm good, right? It's gay because you are a woman, okay? So it's like, the reason why I'm pulling these examples is because, like, we constantly had conversations like this. Mm-hmm. Like, we would trade nudes, all type of shit. You know, like, this wasn't some, like, wild ass secret where, you know, she can spin this shit how she wants. What she likes to do is she'll go on Twitter and say a bunch of shit. But the motherfuckers who know her, and I mean know her that we spoke to, said, no, we never saw no evidence. They tried the pylon and it didn't work. Mm-hmm. Like, they desperately, Marina retweeted her own tweets. They didn't have to do that last time. But that's because Scarlett, you know the important people in the sex work industry who know our side. You know. I'm not going to name them, but you know who they are. We've gotten to everyone we wanted to get to show, no, I didn't do this. Mm-hmm. You can say whatever you want to say about me. But it's like, at this point, if you think I committed a fucking crime, you need to file a report. Period. File a fucking report. If not, you need to shut the fuck up and stop trying to get attention off this shit. Because I don't have the power to stop you. I don't have the power to create blowback. I don't have any power whatsoever. The whole point of coming on the internet and expressing these things is if you feel like the police ain't gonna do nothing, no one's gonna help you. I am as vulnerable as it gets. And there's statute of limitation, all that, like, what the fuck is stopping you? If you think I did it. If you do anything, I can easily return to the United States. I live in Canada. Like, I just got extended again. Like, I got a third extension because I'm here, you know, as a resident, etc. Like, I have to have a clean record. Not to mention I spent 13 fucking years case managing. 13 years. You just can't have shit like this. My career requires I can't have even charges like that or accusations like that. So if you feel I did that, you need to file a fucking report or just shut the fuck up. Because there's just way too much evidence of the contrary. Like, Scarlett, we have legal representation, okay? We do. If you want to make that move, I will return to the United States. I will stay as long as you need me to be there. You know? Shit, it's just ridiculous. Go ahead.
I really need to pee.
She really needs to pee. We'll be right back, guys.
I guess you could say my dreams have been deleted, but since you brought your love into my life, dreaming's all I see.
What the fuck? Yo, damn. They did a little bit of decorating this motherfucker.
They gentrified my cheesesteak 5 years ago. This spot used to be great. Now it tastes lily white. No gluten. Really, really, willy white. Extra mayo. You can hold that. Fuck aioli. Buddy never hold back. At the rap party, ask him where the soul at. These DJs are so whack. Oh, you got Serato? back day, I would've struck you with a bottle. Team Gentro, ain't my men's yo. Seen 10 bros wild into Dembo, but never heard of Moonbatone or Shaba. Why bother? Homie, stick to your infused vodka. Ain't a Batman, cause you seen shotters in a spot bout to shake like maracas. Cause these gourmet tacos are caca. What the fuck is Kalamoli?
It's that fucking bullshit, man. Fucking yuppies. You're running niggas out of the bootery and shit.
Okay, so Scarlett, I don't know if I told you, but you know, for that thing that we were trying to get together last week, Ezra hit me and was like, "Hey, I got somebody who I know personally who knows all the details that's ready to have that ready to go." I'm like, cool. So I was very happy to check that out. Hold on, what do we got here? Oh, word? Oh, okay. Interesting, Scarlett. Interesting. That's even better. Okay, so we're almost done here, to be honest. So basically, like, what you have with Marina is she's just gonna say a bunch of shit, but she ain't gonna give you no details. What she'll do is she'll take like an incident or whatever, and like just make it as worse as possible. She made me and Scarlett out to be the worst. She called us serial sexual predators with no proof. Then she said that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Abby. Abby, you're just the best. I'm chilling now. Let him. Abby. I would love to have Abby on this show because she's fucking cool, man. She's funny as hell.
Yeah.
You know, and she knows fighting. Okay. Mm-hmm. And she knows fighting. Okay. So yeah, like Marina, like I said, she do a lot of this and a lot of tweeting, but when it comes to like, hey, she said 5 women came forward. Who the fuck are they? I'm gonna need them to come. I'm gonna need them to start talking. I'm gonna need you to post receipts. You need to say something. You need to show some. Mm-hmm. Because Scarlett, as you know, this is the only online response we're gonna give. Like, we're doing this because we have to. You know, doing this because we have to. It says that she just subscribed and it's like stuck on the screen. Do you notice that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, what's Ganjor? Dang, I ain't seen that name in a minute. I ain't seen that name in a minute. Hey. Good to see you. Yeah, they used to fuck with us heavy. We're just telling the story. We're almost at the end, but we're just telling. We've just been showing receipts and screenshots of what happened back in March. Shout out Keffels. Yeah, I talked to Keffels about 3 weeks ago. No, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. And she's really fucking busy, but she's down. You know, she said we'll see what's good. She's down to come on. We'll be having Justin Wang on the show. He down to come on. I gotta. Never mind. Let me DM that motherfucker. Let Wang know. All right, you need to come through, my nigga. And Scarlett, we also have some unnamed, very major guests that are in the works that we cannot discuss.
Right.
I mean, when I say very major, we talking like A-list celeb major.
Yeah.
Like A-list, my nigga. Like.
Yeah,
change the game if they come on. Like, hey, when we got the phone call and they were like,
what?
Anyway, when we got the phone call, right? When we got the phone call and they were like, hey, they haven't said no. I let them know they haven't said no, but you know, y'all need to, you know, clear this. Not get shut, nigga. So, yeah, you know, I know we're a small channel and stuff right now, but listen, guys, we're starting from scratch. You guys see what happened to us. You see how it went down. Individual that's texting me, no, it is not you. You are not the A-lister. You are an S-lister, and we love you, okay? We love you. But, yeah, Scarlett, hold on. Now, as we're finishing up, okay, so basically Marina just jumped on and just started just mouthing off. Marina has never seen none of these receipts. You know, ever. And what you looking at? What's up?
Just keep going.
Don't do this to me. Stop. Don't do that to me. You can't just do that.
Oh, okay. No, I figured it out.
Okay. All right. So, now with all this said, Christina, also good to see you. So good to see you, Christina. With all this said, what you guys have to understand is that a lot of this was facilitated because of the fact that Q allowed it. Like, there's no other way for me to put it. I don't hate Q. I don't think he's a bad person. But the decisions that he made helped facilitate all this. Because the fact is, did he not tell you to delete some tweets, Scarlett?
Yeah, I mean, he told me to delete the tweets that I made in response to Marina.
But Marina... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, in those tweets, all I said was, like, doesn't my perspective, like, deserve to be heard? And, like, you know, there's a person spreading something about me that I'm not even very sure exactly what the accusation is, because they won't tell me. And that's, like, you know, I also said that I put a lot of work into the show, and
thank you, Disco.
Who hasn't put that much work into it is now in charge of it, and, like, won't even talk to me. That's all I said. I mean, I think I might have the screenshots.
The thing is about that is that, like, he knows all of these. He has all this evidence, and he's been having it. But my issue wasn't that he didn't need to step in or defend me or whatever. But it's just like at the same time, like, bro, you know I didn't commit a sexual assault. You know I didn't commit rape. So you're going to let Marina just mouth off. You're going to let Violet mouth off. That's cool. But you're going to tell her to delete that shit? Come on, dude. Like, I just can't. I can't.
This is what I said.
There we go.
You know, apparently I don't deserve to be heard. My experience doesn't matter. Respect doesn't matter. No matter how respectful I am predetermined to be untrustworthy by people I've never shown anything but kindness towards. This has been very depressing. I don't know what else to say. Someone I've done nothing but support just blocked me for simply wanting to speak. I never wanted to hear what I had to say and literally never talked to me about it and just presumed guilt of some unspecified sort. The other refused to even articulate why. I'm left completely out of the loop. I have no idea what I'm even being accused of here. And the show that I worked so hard to build up. Next one.
It's obvious they got it in TikTok.
Now it's been taken over by someone that's done very little towards making it what it is. That's frustrating, but what's more frustrating is the idea that I don't even deserve to be listened to.
I mean, like, good.
What? There's just this part, I guess, just me saying that they blocked me and Violet soft blocked me, and I can only guess what they're talking about. What were we gonna say?
So, to speed this up, basically, so I want y'all to know, in unrelated incidents in the same week, both Scarlett and my wife called Q a sellout. Okay? And for Lydia, it was, the thing is that he was telling me, like, I'm like, hey, you still gonna be cool with Marina when she talking all this? He's like, man, I don't be trusting them white folks. Okay, right? And then, like, you were on the phone with him, okay? And then we had gotten word, like, someone said, like, hey, you know he's still, like, interacting with these bras in the timeline. I'm like, oh, word? That ain't what he told me. I showed my wife. My wife just went nuts and basically called him a sellout. Pretty much called him a sellout. And then, now, Scarlett, what happened on your end?
Well, I mean, we were supposed to do some sort of, like, economics-focused podcast that we had been talking about doing for a while. With like him, Stu, me, and this other guy. I forgot his name now. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Scarlett. That's funny. Go ahead.
And like I kept being the one putting the most work towards it, and Q basically just like wanted. It was like, oh, the other guy's name is Rory. It's like me and Rory were basically the main to putting any work into it, and Stu wasn't also like contributing much, but he's supposed to be a part of it. But like eventually I couldn't stand to keep working with Q knowing he was like being friendly with Marina and Violet and like helping them continue to spread this lie, because it seemed like I was being accused of something, and now I know I was. I mean, like, I didn't know at the time, you know, I didn't see these private screenshots until later.
Yeah, it wasn't until a lot of things didn't become clear until somebody from like Violet's inner circle came to us and started giving us shit. And when I say giving us shit, I mean giving us as much as they could. It shocked me how much these girls all actually secretly dislike each other. Like there was info I was getting that I didn't even need to fucking know, but it was juicy, so I let them keep talking. Anyway, it amazes me that the sex worker solidarity, the trans solidarity, it is all mostly bullshit. It's mostly bullshit. A lot of these girls can't fucking stand each other, and it just for me personally, like, it just shows you, like, me and Scarlett have been in this movement for years, man. Like, for me, it's most of my life. And, you know, Scarlett having canvassed in all black areas for the Democratic Party because they were too lazy to do it themselves. Like, we've been in this shit for a minute. And it's amazing to me that even with my actual profession being, I'm not like you. I didn't come from finance. I didn't come from fucking hedge fund managing or whatever he came from. I came from fucking social work, okay? You know, and then before that, I was working in a group home. And the thing is, what sucks is, like, Marina, like, on her resume, like, she's worked in a couple places out of Chicago, and then she worked at a firm, like, you know, and then I guess her disability keeps her out, right? But it's just like, yo, like, you're just at home tweeting and running your fucking mouth at this point. and beefing with streamers. Like, it's like, considering we spent most of our lives in this shit, it's amazing how all it takes is someone with a lot of followers, a hammer and sickle tattoo, to have more credibility on the situation. Oh, thank you. Much appreciated, man. Thank you. Having a decent day today. You know, guys, hold on. We're going to be ending soon, but I'd like to hear the Hype Train song one more time. We hope we can get one more Hype Train. That would be really, really appreciated, you know, if we could get one more Hype Train. We're like so close, you know, we're so close. But yeah, like he came, you know, it's not to hate on him because he has a finance background, but it's like nigga, most of these folks have been in this. Oh, thank you, Gary. Awesome. Most of these folks are like new to this shit. Violet, like Violet wasn't even born yet when I had to explain to my mom about Prop 187, which was an illegal immigrant thing in fucking California a long time ago. Like, I've had to be involved in this most of my life because Prop 187 might not have affected us because, you know, my mom was not illegal, but it could affect people that we love, people in our family, etc. You know, it's like, I've been in this political shit most of my life. That's why I don't admonish and try to judge people and try to tell people what's what, because I know we need all the people we can get if they're about doing the right thing. But it's like, damn, man, it's like, all it took for somebody is a hammer and sickle tattoo to have more credibility than us. And even for him, it's like, damn, nigga, like, you know, if you're going to fuck with them, just say that. Don't lie to us. You were literally on the phone with him, correct?
Right.
Like, don't lie and then, like, be like, oh, I'm not fucking with them. And you over there fucking with them. You know? And I'm sorry, like, that one where he's calling Marina BBY and she's like, hi, Dad. Do we have that? Can we have that screenshot? Can we get that on screen, please?
I mean, I didn't, like, screenshot it. Do you have the tweet ready?
I
have to look for it.
Okay, yeah. I don't. God, that was embarrassing. Fucking, yeah.
Probably won't be that hard to find. Well, no. I don't know. He posts constantly.
It was hi BBY, and
I was just gonna scroll through the media tab, but it's like, dude, he just posts like every minute of every day that he's awake.
Yeah.
How many days ago was it now?
Well, now Abby says it's especially hurtful to get betrayed like that, but no transfer. Like, I feel like there's so much immediate thing we have in common. There's vulnerability that really sucks. So, what we are finding out, Scarlett, as we've been told, is that this is apparently a common thing in the queer community, that you could get caught up cheating just to say the person assaulted you. I did not know. I'm speaking from someone who's not, you know, apparently this is a common thing, you know? Like, I didn't know that. Every queer person over 30 says, yeah, this happened to me. This happened to me. This happened to me, you know?
Mm-hmm. It is a common thing.
Yeah. Like, I didn't realize, like, you could just bail yourself out by saying that, hey, that person assaulted me. And, like, even Lydia was telling me, like, I know 2 guys this happened to. Like, yeah, I didn't realize that if you're over 30, you're an older gay. Oh, Adi, I already know who you talking about. You know? Wait, hold on. I just got a text that says, bitch, you're Polly now. Welcome to the LGBT community, you other F.
Marina has me blocked, so I can't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Says, hi, Dad.
Yeah, she says, hi, Dad. And then he says, like, wait, is that what he's going by? Star Plata? Okay. Hello. Like, if you want to know how Q feels about Marina these days, like I said, September 19th, he called her BBY. Like, I guess they cool. Like, he not talking to me. He said on his show, oh, we not friends no more, this and that and the other. Mm-hmm. Q not fighting the snow. But let me tell you something, man. Like, it's obvious to me that I'm very close with Scarlett, and then my wife is white passing. It's obvious I have, you know, listen, I fuck with white women, obviously, but I never had to step over my own. I never had to throw one of my niggas under the bus to get there, and that's just a fact, you know. Like, if I've seen, because he knows all that shit, he knows everything, and it's still cool with them. That would be like, listen, I wasn't charged, he was charged. And I still would never be cool with the bitch who fucking, no, man.
Right.
Like, nigga, like I'm not gonna go back and say, oh yeah, I don't. No, he was charged. Like, nigga, I'm not going to be charged. I'm not going to be charged. And even okay, if she wants to bring them problems, we ready for that. You know we're ready. We got representation. We ready. We've been ready. But this was never about justice. It was about one thing: attention. Never seen you throw black or Latin women under the bus. When I cheated on my kids, Mom, that was the end of it. That was the end of me doing that shit, Lillian. You know, listen. Okay, shout out to my nigga Mega Ran, okay? But when I cheat, you know, yeah, all right? Shout out to my nigga Mega Ran, all right? But Lillian, please, you're giving me PTSD, okay? Anyway, so yeah, it's like I've never been formally charged, nothing. It's like, it's just to me, it's just, like, he ended the friendship. He said that he felt that, that we didn't have a right to, you know, question his ethics and morals. Like, okay, all right, if you think it was cool to you think it's cool to interact with and be cool with and retweet and prop up a bitch that you know is accusing me, and you know I didn't do that. You know I didn't do it. It's something else. It's something else that's bothering you about me. And ain't nothing I can do about that. He just got to holler at me in person. Mm-hmm. You know, I already decided a long time ago. Ain't no phone conversation, nothing. Either he come and see me, or I'm more than happy to go and see him. You know, it's not about no violence, nothing like that. But it's like, no, you gotta discuss that in person, man. Like, no. You know, like I said, I don't hate Q, man. I just like the way he handled that situation. Mm-hmm. You know, and the worst part is like we were talking about, like, Marina is the one I got the most issues with. You would think it would be Violet. It's actually Marina, because Marina would not shut the fuck up. She would not shut the fuck up.
I mean, Marina's the one pushing the accusations the most. Like, if you look at Violet, doesn't seem that bothered anymore.
No.
Like, I mean, just whenever you know we started the show, they both posted about it. But Marina posted first, and Marina posted several times about it. She posted several threads about it. All Violet posted was the audacity.
The audacity.
And retweeted one of those threads. So I don't know. She doesn't seem that bothered. But
Marina seems like the shady. To be honest, yeah, yes, like that's accurate. Because and the wild thing is, out of all the things, because we have a lot of their life, we know it. Like we know far more about Marina and Violet than we could have ever wanted to know. But Marina is the poorest, and she has the most precarious situation. I will give Violet credit. She a real hoe out there getting it. Like, I'm not gonna take nothing away from her work ethic. She hustles. And she is stable and this and that and the other. She hustles. Mm-hmm. Marina is just like, she just lives like on the edge financially. And it's not like the people that were close to her told her, like, hey, you should watch your money, this and that. She just expects everybody to save her all the time. That was the people closest to her. That's what they're telling us. Like, yo, they expect somebody to save them all the time. And it's just like, dang, can you take some responsibility? It's like, it was amazing to me with Violet, when that person from her inner circle came to us, it was just frustration over certain things. But with Marina, like, all their fucking friendships are transactional. And one thing that we confirmed, this was the saddest thing about Marina. Yeah, they have a JD, is that they don't have any friends. They don't have no friends. Like, both individuals were like, no, they don't have friends. Mm-hmm. And you see why. Both of them have said that to us, that they don't have friends. And this is why. Doing shit like this. Wow. Pulling shit like this.
Yeah. Pretty much. Know,
these hoes are insane, man. They get like...
I mean, it's sad to me because, like... Yeah. I mean, it's had to happen. Like, you know...
We them boys. Hold up. We them boys. You know that song, Scarlett? It's a fucking... It's an old Shawty Low song. See, this is why I'm here. Baby, this is why I'm here. I'm your ghetto translator. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I mean, I was just saying none of it had to happen. That, you know, we were getting along well. Things were going well. I don't know. I don't know what else there is to say.
Okay, yeah. Basically, like, you know, with Marina, especially, like, we have way more on Marina that we can't show. Yeah, we have a story on Marina that is so fucking hilarious. We can't tell it, but I'll put it to you like this, and I mean this sincerely. Like, any response from us afterward is not going to take place on Twitch, Twitter, none of that shit. Any response after this is going to be a straight courtroom. Like we're not going to do this back and forth thing where this isn't drama. This is my motherfucking life y'all played with, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is my white life. And it's like, we could have talked about this. We could have had an understanding. It didn't have to go this route, but y'all chose this shit. Okay. You know, and it's like, you guys wanted problems. It ain't no problem if you want a problem with me. That's fine. You know, no one's going to be hurt. And there's not going to be any violence. No one's in any danger. It's not like that. Fuck whoever told you, Marina. No one's going to hurt you ever, dude. Like, no one. I'm in Chicago in a few months. I'm not going to hurt you. No one's going to touch you ever. You know, like, violence ain't. If I felt violence was the answer, no. That's just. But at the same time, all this, like, talking, I can promise you, if you keep this up, you keep talking this, that, and the other, there's going to be a response, and it's not going to be online. It's not. This ends one way. Either y'all get your evidence together and file a report. Scarlett, I will gladly stay, there is more than enough room for me at your crib. I can stay there. Mm-hmm. Okay? Look at you like, you can stay at my mom, motherfucker. No, I'm staying. Okay? All right? I will stay in the closet like a cuck. All right? What?
Nah, it's just like, yeah. Obviously, they haven't collected any evidence of anything, or haven't tried to collect. Like, they wouldn't go to they would have nothing to go to the police with. So, like, that's why they haven't gone.
No. Like that was what I was waiting for in New York. Like, is she gonna go to the police? Is something gonna happen? Because you got my name out here, and that's serious. You know? Mm-hmm. That's fucking serious. I forgot I'm following Merrick. God, I'm such a pathetic person.
Right.
I'm such a pathetic ass nigga, man.
What's wrong with that?
I said so many things about Merrick.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Violet doesn't want the heat for that accessory to murder charge.
Right.
Yeah, maybe. The dead body. Maybe. That could be it. So, essentially, like I said, like, this is the only time we're going to talk about this in the open. Because any response after this, because, again, we do have legal counsel. Yes, we do. Okay? Pog addiction is real. Listen, it's not my fault that Scarlett continued to pog herself up. I was groomed into being attracted to her. Groomed. Okay? Groomed. And it worked. And my life is better off because of it. Now, with that said, Scarlett, wait, will you stop that?
What?
You're doing so much rapid eye movement.
Am I?
No, I just wanted to say that. Actually, I have a lot of respect for Merrick because her and I talked it out of it. You talked to Merrick, nigga? Since when? How do people I'm cool with in real life just happen to just be... nigga. So, yeah, basically, like, to me... You already know, if Violet were to talk about if Violet were to talk about this out in the open, we're ready for that too. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna do something, then do it. If not, you need to leave me the fuck alone. Cause it's like you accused Scarlett, like, not even a day later, not even 12 hours later, all because she wouldn't go along with whatever bullshit she was talking about, and that was just the worst thing about it. You know? So yeah, Scarlett, I think that this pretty much, that's why we don't have a show, guys. That's why. We don't have a show.
One now.
Yeah, well, that's why we didn't, yeah. So guys, please, I wanted to try to get that hype train. Listen, I really wanted, hold on. There we go. I really wanted to get another hype train going, guys, because I really want to play the song one last time. Listen, if you really think about it, we used to say on this show, like, hey, if you want fucking Scarlett to have bigger titties, well, she has them now.
Yeah.
She has them now. She has them now. She can. You
I
can
logged
literally
off
do
and I got
this.
bigger breasts.
Yes.
I'm back.
Yes. You literally could do this now, which is great. There you go. You see? I appreciate it. Thank you, Disco. Like, Disco, we missed you. We missed all of y'all. Guys, we have a link to the Discord. You guys should join our Discord. Like, we'd really love to have y'all. Hold up. Let me grab this link should work. This is a link to our Discord right here. All right, guys, please join our. Hello?
Hello?
All right, yeah, sorry, my shade keeps getting disconnected. But yeah, that's basically what happened to the other show. Like, if you think I did it, file a fucking report. Because if it's not about, I am not powerful. I'm living in Canada. I'm not in Brazil. Oh! Thank you.
Anonymous gifter.
Thank you, anonymous gifter. Oh shit! Thank you, my nigga. I knew you come through. I knew you come through, my nigga. Thank you. Thank you, my black brother. I know exactly who that was.
I gotta change that.
Yeah, it like does it every time now. Hold on. It's just gonna keep
like,
doing
it
that.
does that. It did that before too.
Oh yeah.
It would do it like one after another.
You know what, Scarlett? I'm gonna play the Hype Train song anyway. Fuck it.
Pump me up, 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 pump me up. Pump the jam, pump the jam, pump the jam, pump the jam. Pump me up, 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 pump me up. Pump the jam, pump the jam, pump the jam, pump the jam.
Awesome. You know what? Remember how she was coming at Christina all foul?
Mm-hmm.
Let's give Christina this raid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's give it to Christina. You know how much we love you. Thank you for subbing earlier. Thank you for your support, Christina. You know we fuck with you. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow with a regularly scheduled episode, 6 o'clock. You ready for tomorrow, Scarlett?
I'm ready.
You ready? Is you ready, baby? Is you ready? All right, let's go ahead and raid Christina, a.k.a. Cosmopolitics. Guys, please like and subscribe to Christina. Marina came at them foul. Marina just taking all types of shot at Christina.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rayvana. I wish I could say what she said, but shout out to Rayvana. Okay. I'm hoping that I'm gonna ask if we're gonna come on this Friday, Scarlett.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead. Let me see. I think it's all right. Let's see. Oops. Fuck. Let's see. I had the name right in front of me and I still fucked it up. Hold on.
I got it.
Oh, you did?
Okay.
I didn't ask for your fucking help. I didn't ask for your fucking help, all right? I didn't need your help.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys.
For watching. Bye.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.